সেই মারাত্মক যুদ্ধ ফেরত আসছে তোমার ক্যাম্পাসে। নতুন যোদ্ধাদের সাথে আরো লড়াই এবং আরো উত্তেজনার সাথে বিশাল পুরস্কার মূল্য 30,000 USD। প্যাক করো তোমার গেমিং ব্যাগ, প্রস্তুত করো তোমার বন্ধুদের।
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Once again, welcome back to the PUBG Mobile Campus Championship for the Bangladesh region 2021, brought to you by the Oppo F19 Pro. My name is Horn Super Johnny John, joined by once again Fixes right next to me. And today, we will be moving forward with the matches for Group B, where Group B will again play 5 games to decide the 8 teams that will move forward from the quarterfinals to the semifinals.
Well, and it has been quite an interesting start to our quarterfinals. All the games ending up for Group A yesterday. We did see our top 8 teams qualifying from that particular group. Today we are heading into group number B, where we have teams like Venom Legends. You've got KS, Axe, the 2 invited teams. Got to see as to how they're going to perform along with the remainder ones, the ones that qualified from 128. So yeah, it's going to be pretty exciting day. I'm waiting for the matches just to start off.
Exactly. The excitement is never going to stop. That's going to be the thing, right? Because right now, quarterfinals is just Group B. Then we have C, D going on next. After that, it is going to be up to the semifinals that will be occurring after this. And then we have the finals where the prize money is going to be distributed, which, it is pretty interesting because the way the prize money has been allocated, right? It's a sort of division that we usually see in the bigger tournaments. So that is, I think, something that gives these younger players a little bit more incentive to put in their best foot forward in this tournament.
Yeah, of course. You talk about $30,000 being on the line. Of course, you gotta expect players to step up, and we have seen, in fact, a lot of teams, a lot of players really stepping up into the fray and showcasing their skills. Yesterday, we did see, teams like Bad Intentions. We've got Team IR. So many teams are stepping up. Even the old guards, Future Station, Gremlin Storm, had a fantastic run yesterday. So everyone sort of contesting for the prize pool, but more than that, it's the bragging rights and even for the bigger avenues to come, followed by the campus championship after this.
Yeah, exactly. This is just the gateway that is going to allow you to move forward, as you said, to the bigger and the more I would say well-lit stages. That's going to be the thing, because at the end of the day, once you reach there, it is really intense right there, and that is sort of what these players need to experience. But talking about intensity, that never changes as far as the point system is considered. It is in front of us right now. First position will get you 15 points, second 12, third position 10 points. The points keep on dropping, 1 point per kill, which always and will always be the thing that will separate the best teams from the teams that fail to make it. Because at the end of the day, it is always going to come down to those few individual points that the teams might have missed out on. So that is also a thing that these lads will always have to worry about. We did see this yesterday in action as well, when Future Station all of a sudden started going aggressive. They were getting those kills again and again, but that was yesterday. Today the story is going to be different, as we have KS, Axe and Venom Legends as the invited teams who will be performing.
Yeah, even XBrothers, this is also one of those teams that we did see performing really well and Bots in Pajamas. Got to see as to how they are going to perform. You've got Squad PD71, one of the names that has of course emerged, and ECWARMONGERS. So yeah, quite a lot of players, quite a lot of teams that we have seen in the past, and the biggest of them all, A1 Esports. They have certainly gone through in trying to qualify from around here. So gotta see as to how this particular team really plays.
Yeah, definitely. And along with that, Fixes, this group B is the most interesting group over here as well. Because not just because of Venom Legends coming here and KS Axe being here, both the names that we have known so far, but A1 Esports is here as well. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, to every single group there are 2 invited teams. This group, the reason A1 Esports is in this group is because they qualified. They played the online qualifiers and they made it here. So it is going to be really, really deadly, because I mean, in the last few matches when we have seen A1 Esports, they have looked really good. Venom Legends, again, as the trend follows, they do not have those chicken dinners, but they still have the first position for themselves with 40 kills to their name. The difference is not that big. There's just 1 point separating them and A1 Esports. But I mean, things will definitely get more and more intense as we move forward with the matches.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you take a look at the top three. You've got two really big names, and XBrothers, like we were saying, this is one of the names that is upcoming. But today, you've got to see as to how XENOCIDE, VeNoWap, WHOUPCOMING, all these teams really play and perform, because it's going to be really, really important to see if they can sort of qualify or not. Because yesterday we did see some impressive comebacks from teams. Like SCL, NBS. We even had Future Station, Gremlin Storm coming in. Even the lads from Crypt played kind of really well. Just edge past into the next semi-final. So yeah, it's going to be really important, exciting day ahead. Not a lot of points difference between between all these teams. So let's see what awaits for us.
Exactly. I mean, we will find out what awaits for us, because the action that unfolded yesterday was something that we did not expect after the first game of Erangel. The first game of Erangel was a curveball. Everything was slowed down. We did not have any sort of fights occurring before the late game stages. And then every single match after that, Miramar, Erangel, Sanhok, Erangel, that was something totally different. I mean, the teams were being more aggressive, and everyone realized that it was a sort of now or never situation that they were in. They had to start performing, or they were getting eliminated. Today, hopefully, I mean, the same mindset is going to be there for the teams. A1 Esports and Venom Legends, I'm pretty sure, will just go on to continue the domination that they have going for themselves. Venom Legends are going to screw up in the first game. That has always been the trend with them. They do not like to play good in the first match, or I believe they just like want to get a read on the other lads from the back lines. Just want to see how things are going to go for the rest of the players, and second game onwards is when they actually start dominating really hard. So that is something that we're going to have to wait for. But talking about the schedule, it is going to be the same always. Erangel, Miramar, Erangel, Sanhok, Erangel.
Well, you're talking about Venom Legends. I mean, we've seen that trend sort of change a bit by Future Station, Gremlin Storm, right? So we never know, Venom Legends can just come in, perform really well. This is one of the teams, of course, we know shine in maps like Sanhok, but lately they've been even consistent in Miramar. But in Erangel, it can be anybody's game. I can even think about A1 Esports over here, and of course this is one of the teams that would be wanting to be kind of getting the first spot for themselves. This is a team that would not be just satisfied with the second spot, right? So yeah, I think A1 Esports and Venom Legends is a rivalry that we will be seeing up top over there. Can't really rule out the players of KSX or even XBrothers the way they've been playing, right? So that is one area of fight that we have to watch out for. The other fights is down in the middle order, right? The battle for the top 8 position is what is going to be really important today.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, because at the end of the day, as we have talked about, only the top 8 teams will be moving forward from this stage of the tournament, the quarterfinals to the semifinals. Everyone else will automatically, they will have to take an exit. They will be eliminated. And yesterday, I mean, the most interesting thing that we saw happening was how 3 teams failed to make it because they had really good performance in week one, not week one, the first 5 games, and last 5 games they weren't able to do it at all, just resulting in teams like Crypt, teams like SCL, NV is sort of moving forward in the tournament, and with just last 2 games, that is. So that is something that teams also need to keep in mind. It's not over until it's over. Play till the very last match. Make sure you're showing up for all your games and getting a few points in every single match that you play, because who knows, by the last Erangel, maybe you're just 1 point away from making it, and the team, right, like your 9th, the team on the 8th position is just 1 point lead, has a 1 point lead, and well, you do get that 1 point in the last game. Don't give up until the very last moment. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, the match is live. The trajectory of the plane starting from Zarki, going through Ferripier, and well, it will end towards the southwestern point of the military island.
All right, so taking a look, We do have a flight path trajectory towards the western side, like Johnny mentioned. So the teams going towards the eastern side, they're going to have a lot of trouble. They will have to rely on the vehicles. Got to see if they can actually get that. But right now, considering how situations are, we do see the players of XBrothers dropping off at the Western Georgia Paul City, being totally uncontested. We do have a team going towards Saki though, so that's pretty interesting. KSX, I think they are going for the western side of Quarry. A1 Esports to their usual ferry pair is what I perceive. But where on earth is Venom Legends? All
Oh,
right, they're making the move.
well, I mean, yeah, we do see them finally. Nightwing is the lad that has made himself visible along with Steel Shot, and it looks like Pochinki is the city where the squad is going to be entering. Although, I mean, we do have the circle split between the military island and the main island. So, Team BD71, who could have been in a lot of trouble, now find themselves in a much comfortable situation. AXB have decided that they want to take over the city of Zarki. So that is also an interesting situation right there. Let's see how that is going to work out for the team. Although this western part, these western circles usually are really, really interesting in the fact that now we know this is going to be a really slow game. No one wants to take those aggressive positions when the early game is towards Gatka.
So it's going to be interesting as to this particular circle, right? It's kind of hybrid, to be honest. We still sort of believe that maybe might just go down south, but here we have bots in pajamas already going after Team Venom over here, getting one knock secured as they are as a three-man squad. So kind of tricky, to be honest, the way they want to approach this one. Still securing that knock, would want to confirm the kill. But right now, what they're up to is trying to find a flank angle and maybe uh, try to get another knock and then maybe just try to close in.
Yeah, I mean, we will find out how they actually look at the situation. One knock can be enough, but you do need your teammates in order to make sure that this skill will be an easy one for you to secure. So that is not something that Razer has in mind, considering that the squad of BIP only has 3 players inside the lobby right now. So Razer making the smarter, the safer choice of backing off from the situation completely and not engaging in any further. Can actually work out in the team's favor quite nicely, but let's see how if that is going to happen. But on the other side, we do have the squad of KSX, Xenox, Shakil, and Mehraj in front of us. A really interesting team. I mean, we have been seeing them for ages now, and we're gonna hope that the performance that these lads deliver is is something that, I mean, we do expect we expect from them. Not unlike the last time. I mean, we have been seeing a few invited teams there because there are a few groups where the invited teams are not doing so great.
Yeah, I mean that really happens in every tournament. This is not definitely not the first one, and which is sort of a good thing, right? This clearly shows the hunger of the other qualifying teams that have come in. You know, if they are playing better than the invited team, so yes, it shows that they've worked hard enough. Now, KSX, this is one of those teams that initially in the beginning days when I used to cast them, they were kind of, you know, average, right? But eventually we did witness that another dip coming in from them, not really being able to qualify in much of the tournaments. Then is when after a few months we did see that change happening. That is when the players of KSX really started stepping up, and every single day I see the boys coming in. They put something really interesting on the table. They tend to survive a lot longer. They get a lot of frags. They started getting chicken dinners, and this is exactly the kind of a KSX that I really want to see. So with experience and with sticking with each other, these boys have come a long way afar, and I think they're gonna just go above from here.
I mean, I hope so, but they can do that with 4 players together, right? It
Yeah.
doesn't have to be just 3 players inside of the lobby. So I'll hope that the lad that has been left out joins in the next match, maybe that is going to make sure that the team is secure. They have that extra insurance policy in form of that player helping them out. But over on the other side, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, look at this fixes, look at the drop, the way TRG are playing this. 3 players in the Water City. Leo has gone towards the sort of southern side mountain of shooting range, and he's going to pick up a vehicle, move closer to his teammate, but the threat arises in the fact that he can actually be picked off if he gets spoiled out. If this was a risky move, had the players of PTS decided to move south a little bit earlier on, had AXB decided to move towards the eastern side a little bit earlier on, then Leo could have been in big trouble. But I mean, as fate would have it, he survives. He makes it towards his teammates' location, and they will be inside the circle. So I don't think they'll be moving forward, or maybe even moving around anytime soon. That Water City is going to be their safe haven.
Yeah, I mean, for now, yes. But next, what is gonna come, we do not know. But right now, VeNoWap, in fact, taking over the junction point, the kind of intersection between, of course, the central island and the southern island. You've got A1 Esports in the nearby vicinity. But, now is not the right time that they would want to contest it. So let's see. We've got to let the game speak for itself as to how or where the circle is going to head into. But from what we have seen from our past experiences, the next circle, or after this, after that particular circle, in fact after the second circle, we'll have a rather more clearer picture as to where the zone is going to go, either towards the north or towards the south.
Oh, well, I mean, if it moves towards the southern side, I mean, towards the query area, that is going to be super exciting. But let's see, A1 Esports under some pressure. The player of XEVW are charging towards them. Jax has been taken down. Dante is trying to pick up a fight. He takes down one player. Encounter is there. They are charging in towards Dante. Dante finally being shut down. 6ix9ine boy is closing in from the backlines, but that is not going to matter. A1 Esports have already lost 2 of the players. And what is happening, Fixes? Even A1 Esports are there with just 3 players. Why is this happening? There are a lot of teams with just 3 players inside this match.
Well, I mean, I guess the boys haven't gotten out of their beds yet. So it's the only assumption that we can make over here, considering it's not a full man roster in a tournament
Yeah.
as big as the campus championship. So yeah, that might just be the possibility. But either ways, they've been up to some heavy beating over there, losing out on Dante and Jack. So it's all gonna come down to 6ix9ine boy, who apparently has been in a good form. But let's see how long can he survive solo.
Well, it won't be an easy thing right there, but let's see. Also, all right. So apart from A1 Esports, KSX, a lot of teams being with just 3-man rosters, what is going on with the squad of BDS? Look at Snow. He has just started to move in from the Stalber area towards Jasnaya, while his teammates are almost inside the circle right now. So this is already looking pretty interesting. Also, 6ix9ine boy has been finished off, and you know what that means? A1 Esports have been eliminated. 6ix9ine, he got picked off by Venom Legends, who are here with all 4 players. So good for them. But now picking up a fight out in the open is definitely not an advisable choice.
Yeah, I mean, definitely something that they would not want to. But if push comes to shove, they will have to. The question over here as Frypan goes after the players of eccentric warmongers over there, and well, Shubasa taking quite some shots, but not really down as of now. Let's see, Venom Legends, they're just trying to traverse around, and Rafat, well, he'll be stopping off. Venom is about to get surrounded, but that did not happen. And Rafat, is he gonna even actually shoot? Alright, so he's sort of confused if he wanted to shoot that towards Venom or not. Finally figures him out, and the Bucky just getting away, and Steel Shot will make no mistake in getting that knock, and Nightwing will get the confirmation.
Well, I mean, the confirmation is there from the team, just making sure that the point is going to be theirs as well. But Venom Legends, they won this fight. Oh, wait, why wasn't Rufford shooting right there? That was a clear shot. Steel Shot is going to make sure that he corrects his teammate's mistake, gets the knock onto Venom, and the finish, I believe, is going to be theirs as well. Yes, Nightwing securing that kill quite easily. And Venom Legends, I mean, they have created an opening for themselves, but they need to make sure that every single opportunity that is being provided to them is actually being it is being capitalized upon. You can't just leave players that are completely exposed and focus on the be totally tunnel vision to the other individuals.
Yeah, I mean that is something that you would want to try and avoid, and I'm rather surprised. I know so many teams with just 3 players. What are they really intending? I mean, do they understand the gravity of today's day? Because it's so important. You need to be in the top 8 to qualify, and
Yeah.
if you think that yes, you have qualified for sure, and someone might just topple you over. I think that was the case yesterday with a team called Autowin.
Yeah. Otterwin yesterday never showed up for the games. They were, well, I mean, we knew that was eventually bound to happen, right? Their lead in the first day wasn't big enough to keep them in a position that we were going to be sure, right, this team is going to make it. But at least for the first 3 games, they were in the top 8. It was just after that that they were sort of picked apart. Also, quite an interesting situation. BIP with just 3 players, they have 2 kills secured. That team is doing really well for now. That is, they somehow do manage to find a lot of individuals off guard. Look at this BDS dead mate in front of us. Will he also be caught off guard? I mean, his teammates are right there along with him. So BIP, this is going to be a tough fight if they actually decide to pick this up. But the circle, again, moving towards the central side, now sticking a little bit more towards the main island. This entire city of Pochinki is going to be inside the circle. And, well, Venom Legends, they seem to find themselves in a really good position, having taken the hills, in fact, the summit of the hill on the backside of Pochinki. They should be able to gatekeep all the teams, not all the teams, well, majority of the teams that try and approach this circle from the western side.
All right, so considering how the circle has this time shifted, so we know for a fact and 100% sure that it's not going to go down towards the southern side.
Yeah.
Now, this is a circle I think we have seen in the first PMPL, where of course we had an Indian team winning the game. So it was a sort of a similar circle. Even Team Secret tried a lot. We also had Box Gaming also giving in the 100%. But yeah, whatever the case, maybe this is a circle that we have seen in the past. So it tends to go down just beside those 2 compounds that we have almost towards the epicenter. But here on, as we can see, we've got a fight breaking out. Team ROG going against Squad BD71.
Yeah, I mean, and also, well, this fight sort of takes its shape, and the players do start shooting at each other. TRG were going at it against the players of KS Axe. Meraz is there in front of Leo. Takeoff was taken down. I believe that was a trade that came in from the side of KS Axe, as one of their lads has been finished off. It's just 2 individuals from the lineup that are still surviving. But Meraz, there is no opportunity for him to get away. It's a 1v4 situation, basically. Shakil is in the back lines, but he is a little bit further away. All right, now he is closed in, so the cover fire should be there. But the players of KSX, they get in their vehicles, try to run away. Bad decision as Leo just gets up, takes those shots, brings his opponent down to his knees and finishes him off. 2 kills secured by this team of TRG. KSX left with just 1 player, Shakil, who has, well, only 1 option left now, and that is to run away, try and survive, make it to the end game.
Maybe that might not be an option considering so many teams are just swarming inside this circle. So yeah, the moment he kind of goes out in the open, someone or the other is going to spot out, and there you go. Before we even done with our sentence, Nightwing has become the Punisher over here, and Sakil falls down. Along with that, KS Axe goes off for a pretty early elimination.
Well, I mean, two big names getting eliminated so early. But TRG, things are not done for them as Leo again is going to be taken down. Toretto just smoking off so that he can get to his teammate. On the other side, XBrothers, I believe this is. And taking on the fight against AXB, gatekeeping them basically. Justice was knocked out, but King's tap shots that he's trying to connect on his opponents will actually not connect. ROG in some trouble already. That fight has finally started. ROG versus BD71. So a few knocks have occurred for the side of BD71. They've managed to secure one kill from the side of ROG, reducing the number of the team down to 3 players. But will they be able to get a squad wipe? Also, look at this situation. XB Brothers taking a fight against 3 players of the side of AXB in one direction. And then we have Maxtron, who is, for some reason, quite close to the players of ROG and BD71.
Okay, so things are getting intensified right now with the circle again shifting, and this time again the players have to rotate towards the eastern side. And yeah, going in for a quick rotation, BD71, they have to make sure that they do not meet lock horns rather with Team ROG over there, considering AXP is also in the nearby vicinity. It's the circle, I believe, it's kind of out in the open, and teams need to figure out where they want to find themselves a comfortable footing. But look at Wizzy just blowing up the players of ROG, and Noisy. I do not know really what he was trying to do, but he just got wiped out.
Oh well, oh well. I mean, that has to be one of the fastest squad wipes that we've seen. And now Bapida is there somehow just lying on the ground. Gyro is going to be the last player surviving for his team. That is why you need to make sure that when you're rotating, your positions, your entry points are clear. XCVW just taking care of things and absolutely destroying BD71 first, and now switching focus to the players of AXP. Gyro is still present though, so it's still not a squad wipe. It's still not a complete squad wipe. But hey, XCVW, they get in trouble as Leo will be able to catch Azrael off guard. The knock is there, but Snowman and his lads are quite close to the teammate to go for the revive, so it won't be a situation that will cause too much trouble for the players of XCVW yet.
Right now, yes, but to be honest, I kind of like how Venom Legends have positioned themselves, kind of maintaining a split between their players. They've got that aerial view, an advantage, and as a result of that, they're getting a lot of knocks. Maxtron already being taken down by Frypan, and he's been playing fairly well today, already securing one kill, another knock, which is gonna get converted into a kill the moment the buggy explodes. And there you go, Maxtron being taken out, and Venom Legends already upping their kill tally to 4.
Well, I mean, that is something that we did anticipate from the team, and they are doing a wonderful job, Venom Legends. But let's see, I feel like, I mean, for some reason, Venom Legends, they will fall off pretty hard in this game. I would love to be proven wrong. I would love to see this team actually get the very first chicken dinner of the day. But I mean, that has been the history of the team. They never win the first game of the day, and the other games they do really well, but it's never the first one for some reason. I guess you need time to warm up, but talk about warming up. That's what's going to be happening to the players of XCVW, as they will be blown up with the grenades. There's too much heat for them to handle, and the revives are coming in. But oh, ECWARMONGERS might have just overexposed themselves. Shuvo is quite close. Azrael is going for the revives inside of the smoke. He just needs to shoot with his eyes closed, and he will get those finishes. But oh, the shots are finally being fired a little too late, though, as Azrael will be able to secure that kill. He does lose 2 teammates, but hey, it doesn't matter. If you're alive, you can get those placement points moving forward. Also, Snowman will be revived, so then again, XCVW will be back to a 2-man squad.
Well, of course, and they somehow survive by the Whiskers. 6 kills already for this team, and they are even hungry for more. But they have to go against the likes of Venom Legends, who are looking so solid. I mean, we are talking about the chicken dinner. That's it. the way this team is playing, even Rafat, look at him, he's managed to secure another knock, which is going to get converted into a kill anytime soon. There you go. And 5 kills already, having the high ground. They need to get inside the circle. But before that, they might want to engage with a few different teams over here. And having this particular high ground is definitely helping them so much. But in the process, they've lost a player who's knocked out right now. He'll get that rest back up. But in the meanwhile, gotta see as to how Venom Legends actually kind of rotate inside the circle. Can they survive the onslaught of all the other teams? But look at that grenade. That was very well timed, very well placed. It was just a few meters by which it really missed its mark.
Yeah, that was a wonderful grenade being lobbed by the players of Venom Legends, but now Steel Shot should switching his focus to the players of SLX on the low ground. Venom Legends were quite close to losing out on one of their teammates, but since there was this high ground advantage that they had, that was the thing that protected them and kept them in this game as a complete 4-man roster. And look at the damage, the threat that this team brings along with them. They already have those 7 kills, 21 minutes, and there are still 11 teams remaining. BIP Racer, what is this man doing? Runs into the face of the individual Faraz right there from the squad of 4N. And well, Faraz, he was ever grateful for that 1 point that he could secure for free. But now finally that squad is going to be finished off. And I believe it was the players of Who up next, because they are right along next to them. Who got the finish on the players of 4N. But now, again, ladies and gentlemen, the fight has started, and this one is going to be to see who can control and stay alive in this open circle for how long.
Gotta see as to what really happens. Venom Legends Nightwing. Oh my god. These guys are on absolute fire tonight. The way they have started the day, I think we are going to be witnessing even bigger things from them. And A1 Esports, a completely different story otherwise. But Venom Legends, oh my god. These lads, 7 kills already, now going with the squad wipe, make it 10 as XBrothers have been wiped out. And I believe they have also spotted out another player of bots in pajamas over there.
Well, I mean, it won't be an easy job. Bots in pajamas, just Bemo, I believe is the lad right there, and he might just be able to backstab these players of Who upcoming. All right, now he can't. Amjad, he knows exactly where his opponent is. He has been looking over the ridge for quite a while now. And look at this. I just want to see what happens when Bimpo peeks from the position. Oh, he gets a knock, and he actually gets both of them. Barely survives with 5 HP and instantly gets finished off by Venom Legends. But just getting those 2 kills when your opponent knows where you are coming from, that is just impressive from that individual right there. But talk about impressive stuff. Venom Legends is the most impressive team in the lobby right now. 1 knock after the other, 1 kill after the other, 11 already secured by them. And make that 12 as Rafat will get a knock. Frypan gets a knock as well. They are just not stopping.
I mean, they're enjoying themselves, aren't they?
Yeah.
And I think Johnny, we might have to eat our words. Venom Legends maybe can just walk off with a chicken dinner in this one, but before them do stand of a 3-man roster of 4 Axis who have positioned themselves really well. But look at Gyro X. Any single moment, if he comes in from the backlines, tries to get at least 2 knock, then he's done pretty much of his job. Because look at him, he barely has any first aid, barely got any utilities to play around with. Has 4 kills though. Squad BD71 has played really well today in this match. Has done a decent job in surviving and making it to the top 4. But now the real test lies ahead. Where is the next circle shift going to be? Is it going to go towards 4 axis, or is it going to stay near Venom Legends?
Well, let's see. I believe we will be finding out soon as well. Final 4 teams, 9 players remaining. Venom Legends in a really wonderful position. They just need to take care of one individual before they actually have to decide how many points they want to end up with, because the rest of the teams will just be right in front of them. As soon as they can take off from the squad of TRG, they can take control of the high ground, finish off the players of 4 axis, and then finish off the last individual from the side of BD71. That should be the ideal strategy, right, for Venom Legends. But they are focused on the individuals that they actually can see in front of them. And I believe that is the squad of 4 axes.
Yeah, I mean, for Axis, this team has also secured 5 kills over here, and Sanjeev almost barely spotted out a player, but it was takeoff from TRG who managed to get the knock, and well, Venom Legends will of course secure the kill over there, and Shakil will get that revenge kill onto it for his teammate. Because that definitely is going to hurt the poppers of for Axis. Now it's a it's a two-man squad from what we can witness over here with the players of the last player, in fact, of BD71 still on the back lines. But Ritnix with a beautiful grenade does manage to knock down Rafat. But is Rafat going to get that rest back up? Because I believe Steel Shot has also been spotted.
Well, I mean, the individual has been spotted out, but we know what these individuals are capable of from the side of Venom Legends as well. One player from the team can actually take down squads in total. And also, Rafat has been revived. He's back on his feet. So Venom Legends not too worried about the situation down to the top 3 teams. The lad from the RG Takeoff should have never taken shots at 4 axes. That was the mistake that he made. But look at the utility. There are so many grenades being tossed by Venom Legends. I believe 4 axes, they are done, as Shakil is the last standing player for the line. For the lineup, Gyros from the side of BD71 does not want to do anything. There it is, 4 axes being finished off. Venom Legends going to secure the victory, which is theirs, and that is it, ladies and gentlemen. The chicken dinner, the first chicken dinner of the day, being taken by Venom Legends, making me eat my words and smacking me in the face as I say that. I'd never expect this team to do this sort of a thing. That has been their trend in every major tournament. The first game, Venom Legends is always like, nah. And the game 2, game 3 onwards is when they actually start playing really, really nicely. But what a surprise.
I mean, you talk about things being constant. Here, change is definitely one of them. Yeah. And Venom Legends have done that in style. I mean, getting the chicken dinner, I think pretty much with 15 plus kills is what I'm really anticipating over here, is what Venom Legends have done for themselves. And so you can't just tell that it's an easy chicken dinner. They had to fight for it. Fight against a lot of teams, be really confident. Now, this is the kind of a Venom Legends that we wanted to see back in the PMPL, right? Something with which they were struggling early on, and now they sort of have kind of managed to cut their losses. They've realized the mistakes that they've committed. We do see Rafat in a very stellar form. He's able to contribute to the team like he used to earlier. Now with even Nightwing also coming in, he playing really well. Frypan also chilled up with the squad. So I think we are looking at a very, very good Venom Legends, even one of the contenders for the championship title in the campus championship.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we do see a team improve the form, and I believe this has to be one of the best games I've seen from their side. Not just in the campus
after a long while.
As a whole, after a long time, because they had all players alive. They kept they prioritized keeping teammates alive, and along with that, I mean, just the approach of playing the edge quite perfectly, not moving in too soon, not rushing into bad situations, taking their time with fights, taking one fight at a time, not going into multiple situations all at once. So just those little details actually do create a big impact on the team's finish. And this time, Venom Legends, an amazing finish. I believe they will have a really, really massive lead after this game itself.
Yeah, they will, of course. And now it even makes the job tougher for the players from A1 Esports to kind of catch up on them, considering they just come in with 3 players and get wiped out pretty soon. So taking a look at the match rankings, there you have it, 17 kills what these lads secured over there, and squad BD71 will have to be satisfied with just the 2nd position. I mean, they've also been playing really well, considering 3 of their players died while rotating during mid-game. They did quite a pretty good job to survive till the very end. So yeah, I think an overall a very good game of Erangel to start the day with.
Yeah, I mean, a wonderful performance from these teams. And on the other side, I mean, the first half did really well, but talk about the second half of the standings. lot of big names. KSAX taking 15, A1 Esports taking 16, Team ROG on the 14th position, XBrothers on the 13th position. So these teams will have to find a way of recovering, figuring out how they want to recover their points from the ones that they have lost from this match.
And yeah, you know, the points that you've lost, you still have well, 4 more games to go. That's the only way you're gonna get them back, and you have to perform. That's simple and straight. There's no secret hidden tips and tricks as to how you're gonna get back. You just have to perform, go for the kills, play like Venom Legends. I think we can't, you know, describe it in a more easier, simpler fashion than this. But taking a look at the Oppo F19 Pro moments, you know, this was a game, I must say, right from the very start, I think it was neither too slow. I must not say it was too fast either. But we did get to see our fair share of fights, you know, throughout the game. You know, fights happening everywhere almost, and it was just not about the zone anymore. And the overall rankings, Johnny, 102 points already, and A1 Esports at 69. So you're talking about 40 points of difference. Do you think they can topple Venom Legends over?
I mean, they still have 4 more matches left to do that, so it's not like it's something that is impossible for a team like A1 Esports. They have been put in situations like these in the past, and well, let's see if they can get all 4 players inside of the game. It should not be that difficult, right? But that's the thing. First of all, need to get all 4 players in the lobby. But on the other side, as we do talk about XENOCIDE 4N, XE VeNoWap. VeNoWap was doing really well at one point in this matchup. It was just a few mistakes here and there that resulted in the team getting taken out. 4N on the other side, just being stuck out in the open in the fields and getting picked off because they were surrounded from multiple directions is not something that you want.
Yeah, I mean, of course, well, a lot of unfortunate events did happen, and the majority had to do with the circle. But, you know, this is something that we are witnessing from yesterday. So I'm getting really excited for our second game, Miramar, to begin.
Yeah, but before that, let's take a very short break. You guys stay tuned and keep watching. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Karakin. Today, let me guide you on an in-depth understanding of this 4-square-kilometer humble island. Before stepping into Karakin, you may have already heard about the intimidating Demolition Zone. In Demolition Zone, buildings will be destroyed into smithereens. But rest assured that today's tour will be a safe one. Karakin might be a small island, but the textile industry of the island works as a crucial financial support for the entire island. Our first attraction is Al Haik. Al Haik is a medium-scale town, and people who lived here refined pigments for a living. Then those pigments will be sent to Hadika Nemo for dyeing. Skyscrapers are scarce in Al Haik. Compared to other urban areas, there are fewer visitors here, which makes looting easier. It's a perfect choice for a team of 4 in search of adequate equipment supplies. We'll be walking by the sea, and our next attraction will be Hadika Nemo, which serves as the port of importing raw materials of Karakin. Imported textiles are dyed in vats filled with multiple colors and distributed to the factories. If you want to choose this place as your landing spot, then it's recommended that 1 to 2 players in your team land in the containers area, as they can easily find combat supplies here. and head to the city to support their teammates. In the middle of our journey to Al Habar, we'll be passing by an enclosed warehouse. You will need to use sticky bomb to blast the walls that look less solid to get in. There's always something nice in here, but be careful, as one might not want to hide behind those walls during combat, because those unmaintained walls can be easily penetrated with just a touch, making you susceptible to attacks from enemies and exposing you to dangers. The next stop is Al Habar, which is the largest urban area in Kharkiv. There are many residents, hence the numerous high-rising residences. No doubt this place will be a popular spot in the future. Our next attraction is the port city of Bar Shahir, which stores and exports goods of Kharkiv. This is the perfect spot to search for weapons, making it my personal favorite. Next up is the city of the West, Bashara. It was a city congested with residents, with tall buildings providing convenience in observing the surrounding movements. Just make sure not to lose your directions here. Our final destination is the cargo ship, located at the southwest corner of the map. This ship has been idle here for forever, and has already been abandoned. Yet there are still goods that remained here. However, due to the gigantic size of the cargo ship and the containers, this place no doubt becomes a place to rumble. Don't you feel the excitement already just thinking of it? Besides these urban areas, Kharkiv also houses many such little buildings. Rumor has it that there's another passage beneath these buildings, as well as a huge space beneath Kharkiv. Well, it's up to you, believe them or not. Alright, your Kharkiv tour is now closing its curtains. Looking forward to seeing you next time.
Are you keeping it real? I'm calling shotgun, wanna see my baby run. Oh, what's the word on the sea? Kicking up the dust, if you know what I mean. We got a good thing going. We got a good thing going on.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Once again, welcome back to the PUBG Mobile Campus Championship Bangladesh 2021, brought to you by the Oppo F19 Pro. My name is Super Johnny John, joined by Fixes alongside with me. The matches for Group B are underway right now. Match number 6 is done. We'll be moving forward to match number 7, which will be played on the map of Miramar. And so far, Venom Legends are already off to the races, the first team to cross the 100-point marker.
Yep, and I think they're gonna further try to solidify and maybe try to aim for that 150. And it's always good to set records and some standards for all the other teams, because let's be honest, most of the teams have sort of gotten into PUBG Mobile watching Venom Legends perform and dominate, right? From being fanboys to being competitors in the same lobby, all these players have come a long way far. So being the old dogs, being the top dogs, whatever you might call them, so it's always their duty to set up even bigger standards for all these other teams to come over there and try to topple them. But taking a look at how the flight path trajectory is over here is La Cobreria from is where we're moving towards Impala. So kind of an eastern flight path. So the southwestern areas are going to be far-fetched. Gonna see where the circle really goes. From what we've seen in the past, Johnny, mostly center is what I'm thinking of.
Well, let's see. I mean, if it isn't towards the center, then it is going to be a fun game, because the center of the map, look at what sort of locations are going to be a possibility for the circle. Picardo, Power Grid, Graveyard, Hacienda, San Martin, all the fun urban, well, semi-urban areas are right there. But talking about the the situation that it would give to the players, I mean, it was going to be standard, but I was just about to say this. Since the plane
Oh.
path was on towards the northern side and the western side of the map, it would be fun to see a circle towards the southwestern side. And we have the southwestern side circle as well right now. It's centered around, I would say, approximately somewhere towards the eastern point of Chumasera, the Chumasera Mountains, right there. Let's see what sort of an approach is going to be taken by the teams.
I think today's the day, Johnny, where we should just shut up and let the game do its job, because whatever we are speculating, whatever we are
Yeah.
predicting, they're just going south.
Yeah.
And quite literally south this time.
I mean, stuff like this makes the matches a little bit more fun to watch, right? But talk about fun. XCBW definitely are not having fun, as one of their lads has been knocked out, sort of in an early collision between the against the players of TRG. On the other side, in the kill feed, we did see the individuals from BD71 in a fight as well. Let's see how that is going to turn out.
It's going to be interesting as to how it's going to be there, but Gyro X will go take down Deadmet in the process, and will of course secure that kill. Now Team BDS in a bit of a trouble over there, just the last player surviving, and BD71, I'm rather shocked. They're taking a lot of early casualties, and well, he's just Vulgar is just going to try and get that res back on towards his teammate Venom Bhai. But is he going to succeed at that?
Well, I mean, it's not going to be an easy job. Oh, makes it close to the wall, but BD71, they are still lurking around. It is Gyro. Gyro should go for a charge right here. What does he has to lose? All right, Wizzy is coming from the back line, so that is going to be a much safer approach. Vulgar, he has to make a run for it. Venombai is on his feet again. He sees Wizzy, but now these two individuals, this is definitely not an easy fight. This is not a fight that you want Vulgar being taken down. Venombai just has 4 bandages on him to heal up. Oh man, this is just absolutely brutal to watch.
So let's see what is going to happen. But Gyro just trying to spray it around and managed to secure that 1 kill. So BD71 just losing out on Bappy. 2 kills already, going for the squad wipe. It's all down to Venom Bhai. Can he do something out from here? Does manage to secure that 1 knock. Can he get the second? He is doing a pretty decent job at that, but eventually gets taken down. And with that being said, BD71, though they did have 1 casualty over there, but still walk off with 3 kills.
Well, I mean, it's all worth it, I guess. I mean, if you do the math, 1 for 3. You lost 1 individual that could have helped you during the end game scenario, but you got 3 points in the early stages of a map like Miramar. So now I believe BD71, they can just slow things down, try and get to the circle early, hold the center, and just wait to make it to the late game stages. Let's see if that is sort of the thought process that the team will be having. Although on the other side, XCBW, they had the worst side of the trade against the players of TRG. They lost 1 of their own teammates and they weren't able to secure even 1 kill in return. They did not have a trade. So now it's a 4v3 situation between these two teams.
Now it's something different happening in Miramar. Right off the bat, we are witnessing so many fights happening over here, and teams are taking those kills, just backing off, getting to the safe haven, getting their loot done. And they all have to consider and remember one fact, Johnny, is that they have to be fast with their rotations. Now, if they're going to be slow and if they're going to be late, they are going to deal with the aftermath of it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they will have to deal with the aftermath of the late rotations, but it's just 500 meters. What is it? Is 500 meters or is 300 meters? I mean, the digit is just merging into that compound right there on the map. But I believe it is 300 meters that they have to travel right there. So it's not that far. I mean, it's not that far. It's not too much distance that we usually see. I'm more worried about teams like the teams that have actually gone towards Tore Amuda. How are they planning to make it all the way towards the other side?
That's going to be really a very, very tricky decision by all these teams, all these players over here, and well, to be honest, right now it could just be anyone's game with the way the circle kind of shifted, right from the very start. I'm gonna wait and see if A1 Esports can actually pull off a win in this one, because they're dropped off at Los Leones. That's where they love to go right now. The circle, the wait has panned out. If A1 Esports go for an early rotation and tend to go over there, then I think they're gonna have a good time. But for that to happen, they need to have all their 4 players coming and playing in.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, as you said, they need to have all players available. I mean, it is never advisable to have a 3-man roster. That means your game plan needs to change inside of the match. But SLX on our screens right now, and it is another interesting lineup. I mean, we have seen good performances from them, but mostly at the end of the day, they like to be on the middle of the table. Which in the quarterfinals, I mean, if you want to be in the middle, that's just putting your entire squad's position and chances of moving forward at risk. So let's see. SLX, the last game wasn't really that good for them. Hopefully this one will be a little better.
Now things have gotten really interesting, really spiced up, the way things are just going on. But considering how all these players have sort of understood the fact that yes, now we need to get inside the circle. Now is not the right time to fight. Now, Johnny, we've got to be honest about one thing, that yeah, we love fights, but we do know that you have to be clever to do that. But hold on, we do have a fight amongst us, as Sharpie does take down Viper in the process, as ROG open things up with 1 kill.
Well, ROG off to the races already, 1 kill in their favor. And I mean, they are in an interesting situation, because if you remember the way they made their rotation as well, just somehow managing to avoid the players of TRG and then getting themselves to this mountain. So it was quite interesting to see like the fights being picked up from them. And they do need to figure out a way to move to the next stage of the circle as well, after giving away their location to a team and already starting to take shots from that direction as well. They gave away the high ground priority, the advantage to the players of XENOCIDE for XENOCIDE, I'm sorry. And those players are definitely not going to let this one go. But how? The circle just keeps moving towards the southwestern side, and now, I mean, it is the Chumasera Mountains and the Los Higos Island that are part of the circle. Interesting.
I think we've seen this circle even once, right? I think, which was that team? I think it was 7C, or was it RRQ? I think RRQ
Yeah,
sort of.
RRQ.
Yeah, we remember the classic duel, right? During those
That was the
bridge
World League.
areas. Yeah, I think that was the GC, maybe, if I'm not wrong. Or was it the World League? I think it was the GC. But either way,
Yeah, I think you might be right. Global Championship is when
I
we
think it
saw
was
this.
RRQ versus Zeus, maybe, if I'm correct, or was it some other team?
I definitely do remember RRQ going
RRQ,
there, because they had the tendency of dropping to the Los Higos Island quite a lot, in fact, during the Global Championship. But I believe it was somewhere other than Zeus.
I think we should ask the chat.
Yeah.
I think we have gotten old. We should apparently just get married and settle down, watch over the kids, clean the dishes. Or, I mean, we gotta let the new generation speak. So,
Yeah.
chat, tell us, which was that team against RQ in that particular circle? Let's test your PUBG Mobile knowledge right here, right now. Whoever gets the win gets a chicken dinner from our side whenever we meet in some LAN events.
Yeah. Fixes
Fair
is going to
enough,
be
right?
the one giving the treats out there.
Yeah, I think I wouldn't mind doing that. I mean, if someone takes such a keen interest and gets the right answer, hell yeah.
Yeah, why not? But for now, I mean, you're talking about giving away chicken dinners in this match. You have to take your chicken dinner, and that is, I think, what is going to be on the minds of BD71. Also, I mean, I also want to see what VeNoWap are up to, because last game, after the last match, they do find themselves in a position from where they are like, all right, we have 4 matches to go, we just might be able to make it, but one single bad game and that opportunity is gone.
Yeah, I mean, for the teams in the upper echelon, they do not really have to worry about a lot, right? what is going to be really gruesome is for the teams down below. So that's what I'm really worried about. If they can really catch up, and after this standing really comes up after this match, I think we'll have a more clear picture as to where the teams find themselves. But here we do have a fight. Frenzy going after in shot and has managed to knock him down, and well, Sharpie is going to deal with Frosty right now.
Oh, well, Sharpie and Frosty, neither of them has the opportunity to actually aggress in that situation, unless, I mean, they are going to be really confident with their gunplay skills. So it is going to be a game of patience. But InShot did try to close in from the other direction. Although on the other side, look at the kill feed. EC Warmongers in some trouble as they've taken a few hits. Frenzy with wonderful grenade that should actually get a knock going. But I believe it went to the other side, or it just fell over. Did the nade go over the cliff right there? Wow.
Well, things have indeed gotten way too interesting over here as ROG. Well, Sharpie, he does know that Frenzy is right around the corner. All he has to
Yep.
do is take a few shots here and there. And Godzilla will get a knock somewhere else, but focusing on this particular fight, well, Foreign, they're in a whole world of trouble. I really do not know how are they going to get out of this one.
Well, let's just find out. Frenzy trying to take the fight. He gets the first knock going. But apart from that, I mean, Frenzy biting more than he could chew. Zolex is still here, though. If Frenzy falls back, Zolex might just be able to cover his teammate and figure out a way to protect him. But it's not going to be an easy job.
Yeah, it's definitely not going to be an easy job, but Zolex over here handling everything all by his lonesome. And let's see what he is up to right now. And I mean, well, does try to actually take a fight over here, but they catch absolutely just getting demolished by the players of ROG. I think it's a different spirit inside their body. And Rafraz does manage to get that one knock. But can he get the confirmation though?
Well, Froz now, I believe he just has one option. He's not even looking to get those kills. He will just try and run away from the situation. Although on the other side in the kill feed, we did see A1 Esports 6-9 boy being taken down. So A1 Esports might be in some trouble. The fight is between 4 Axis, A1 Esports, and then there are teams that are trying to close in from the backlines as well. So this is a fight between 3 teams. 4 Axis knocked down. One of the individuals has been knocked down. Ritix, I believe, is the lad. Sanjeet going for a revive after smoking and blocking off the vision. TRG is the team that got the knock. But I mean, this scuffle between 4 Axis and TRG allows A1 Esports to have 6-9 back on his feet. The revive does come in for that team.
Yeah, I mean, it does come back in. But, right now, considering how the zone has really panned out, you've got 4 Axis having secured 2 kills, having the high ground advantage in this particular situation. Let's see if they can actually capitalize on it and taking a few shots onto its SLX. I think in these ranges, this is where I feel DMR sort of tend to shine, right? If you had a mini, maybe just tap down a few shots. Let's see if things could have just worked out.
Well, let's see if things could have worked out, and will things in fact work out. Sanjeev has the M24 in his hands, and I believe he has an idea of where Godzilla is trying to peek from, so he is going to try and convert that into something. But on the other side, Dante just taking down Leo from the side of TRG. Wonderful spray on that vehicle right there, creating a wonderful opening for A1 Esports to fall back and fall, in fact, further inside the circle. Now these mountains are not an easy place to traverse, so you need to be careful. If you get stopped, you might just get pinned down.
Yeah, I mean, right now, considering this third airdrop coming out, you've got AUG. Well, how do you feel about this weapon though, Johnny?
I mean, AUG is it is a pretty decent weapon. I mean, That's about it. That weapon is fine. It's not bad. It's not good. It's just fine. In any given scenario, I mean, I believe the players would, if it's a priority airdrop, which the airdrop priority gun, which are the airdrop weapons. I mean, any day the M249 or the Groza or the OM is going to be preferred by the individuals. The AUG, it is a pretty decent choice. Although, I mean, I wouldn't give up the normal weapons for it. That's just my personal opinion. I mean, I'm sort of, the muscle memory is pretty much set for the M4s right here. So
I mean, doesn't need fixing, right?
yeah,
You're already
it's
going
there.
good.
It's there.
Yeah, of course. I mean, now is where I really find ROG in a whole world of trouble there, with all their players almost just succumbing down to the injuries, and with just one player surviving. I really wanted to see actually what happened over there, causing that kind of slaughter. But still, somehow they've managed to keep all their players alive. How do they do this?
That's the secret. That's their secret. Just making sure that you have your teammates. What is Ritvik's doing? What just
They're all
happened right
crazy
there?
people. They're all crazy people, I'm telling you.
Oh boy. Well, hopefully, I mean, the end of the game is going to be as insane as these mid-game fights. I mean, we are at the 18-minute marker right now. 12 teams still surviving. Venom Legends taken out of this game, ladies and gentlemen, as ROG do end up finding and finishing off Nightwing, who is, for some reason, quite close to the wall and then trying to nade the building while he was in a 1v4 situation.
But now things have started to get really intensified. You've got KS Axe also surviving. They've got 4 players. Now, we do know what these lads are capable of. Now, Meraz trying to just put down a few bullets over here. As to what we are really witnessing in Miramar is complete chaos between all these teams. It's still the 4th circle. 10 teams are alive. 29 players still standing, still beating after each other. Now, XBrothers, they're going after A1 Esports, sort of trying to get a revenge on towards them. But it's Venom Legends who had done, the killing in the last game. But we do see fights happening here and there. But look at Encounter. He's unfazed. He does not even want to move. Or finally, he does.
Well, I mean, he has to move. He does not have any other option. 4 Axis, the beast, is hunting him down. Encounter, all he has is bandages on him. The first aids are gone. His helmet is pretty shot up, so it won't be able to protect him against those headshots. Also, he's outnumbered. But all that is not going to matter if the nades are going to be used. I mean, the gunfights were avoided by 4 Axis. They wanted to be safe as well, which is always the smarter decision. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, 4 Axis getting an extra kill point for themselves moving forward in this match.
Yeah, they certainly do. Right now, I've got to see as to what KSX can really make out of this circle that they have. Now, if he's being a bit impatient over there, just tries to spot one player down, tries to go after him, whereas his teammate Sakil is under heavy fire from elsewhere. Now, the smokes have been deployed, so he's of course having a certain plan in his mind. He does want to retreat, but look at that shot coming in from FT onto its Razor. Did you see that head just blowing apart?
Oh, that was gruesome, man.
That was sick.
Yeah, I mean, and you have to be. If you want to shoot your opponents in the face, that gives you an advantage. And at the end of the day, it's all about getting an advantage. All right. So do you think this is good from the side of BIP? They're right on the edge. They have all the teams in front of them. The only thing that I'm worried about is BIP needs to be patient at this point. And as I was about to say, that the scene just unloading an entire spray on his opponent, the individual from KSX.
The thing with SLX over here, they're also getting a few kills over here. And that scene, like you mentioned, unloading the mags, kind of goes down to what they are intending, right? How they want to go with this entire game. If they're actually, making a lot of noises and trying to get a few kills up top from the higher ground advantage that they have, it's fine. I can live with that. But the moment the circle shifts away from them, that's when the trouble starts to meddle, right? That's
Yeah.
when it starts to begin, because the moment they try to get down, then they do have their vehicles, because in Miramar you gotta move with your vehicles, and
Yep.
that's when they are just blown into smithereens.
I mean, and that is something that you have to avoid. That is why, I mean, the most common strategy that we have seen in Miramar is people going for those split rotations. I mean, you will have that one individual who will be just a hardcore scout for your team, just making sure that there is the surrounding positions to where you're moving are clear. His job will be to get to a checkpoint first, make sure everything is okay, and relay the information to the team, and then the team moves in. But you can't do that in these late game scenarios. This is basically end game now. 22 minutes in, 8 teams, 21 players alive. Now the only option that you have is to take the fights. You can't avoid the fights anymore. So BIP versus KS Axe, they need to get going.
Yeah, I mean, they actually have to, but well, KSX, they've completely shrouded themselves, just sitting inside the smoke. Once it sort of kind of dissipates, it goes away. That's where the trouble might just begin. But before that, KSX have to find a solution. They have to, try and get themselves inside the zone. But before that, they will have to figure out a way to deal with the players of BIP. But looks like the scene comes with a plan. He has read the terrain. He knows that there's a certain area that they can play around with. You've got 7 teams still alive, 20 people still fighting it out in that lobby, and it's all so chaotic. Those vehicles just ramming around here and there. And look at Razor. Somehow he was just trying to dodge those bullets coming in from the players of 4 Axis, and has actually managed to take down Sanjeev. Goes after another player. Can he get the knock though?
Well, let's see. I mean, one good raid and the entire squad of 4 Axes will be in a lot of trouble. Rithnik's taken down really low. Another one being lobbed by Razor. I hope he gets it. I hope he gets it. Shakil with that grenade is going to be taken down. Rithnik's has been taken down. Another one in the same position. Let's go. The Beast is still surviving. He should be able to revive his teammates. But no, the slamming does happen from the squad of ROG. Beast, he has to take this fight. Otherwise, BIP, they will be finished off. Razor closing in from the backlines, knows he's going to be taken down. And well, BIP are the ones who end up finishing off the squad of ROG. But now Razor has to turn around and again focus on the players of 4 Axes.
Well, I mean, right now, things have started to get a lot more spicier. That's how Miramar is supposed to be enjoyed. Dry, spicy. And, well, right now, 4 Axis, 5 kills already for this team, with 3 of their players still alive and kicking. We've got to see as to how they perform in this one, because, well, the way this game is going, we're going to definitely have a new winner amongst us.
Well, for sure. This is going to be the team taking a chicken dinner for the first time, hopefully, and changing and making things even more interesting in the overall standings. That is something that will be, I believe, the most important. But look at the map right there, fixes. A1 Esports find themselves inside the circle at this point, and this can, well, this will definitely be a bad news for the rest of the squad.
This will have to be with just 5 teams alive. Now KSX, can they get a dinner over here? Looks very unlikely. They're still fighting, struggling their way out. Just 2 players surviving, 5 kills already, so that's good. But the worst news over here is they have to get inside the zone. That's gonna be a very tough task. And now let's see as to what they can do. A1 Esports, they're surviving. Now, we did mention this fact, right, Johnny? Considering how the circle is just going around, this is definitely one of the zones that might favor A1 Esports if they play their cards right. Now, we have really seen them sort of mess things up in those final circle fights sometimes. Is that going to be one of those matches, or are they going to clutch it out with a victory?
Well, based on the position that they're in, they have to clutch out the victory, but not like this. Razor, He started shooting way too soon. That was way too quick, my lad. Had he slowed down a bit, he would have gotten closer to the players of 4 axis and then taken them down. But now, high ground advantage over to the players of KSX, but not the circle, though. They will have to close the distance. A1 Esports 6-9 actually taking down one player and just managed to secure the kill before Ifti could have stolen it. Now, Shakil from 4 axis is in a really bad spot. He is taking damage from the blue zone. I believe the man is just going to be doing a heal battle for now. It's a 2v1v1 situation. This has to be the chicken dinner for A1 Esports yet again, and an opportunity for them to close the distance between them and Venom Legends. Dante and 6-9. This has to be theirs. All right, Shakil is out now. Just the formality left to take down Ifti. 6-9 sees him, goes for the shots, misses the opportunity. Ifti is down really low, jumps down the cliff and dies. So, ladies and gentlemen, the chicken dinner for match number 2 goes to A1 Esports.
All right, so rivalry updated. One game Venom Legends, second game A1 Esports. Definitely playing the cat and mouse game over here. The chasing is on. And with this chicken dinner, I mean, with just 2 players surviving, I think we've got to give it to them. They were resilient in this one. They waited for the zone to play things out. They were still not having the higher end of it. But despite the fact, they were kind of quite patient and let all the fights happen. The moment it came for them to just go in, they went and they performed, they delivered. 1 to Venom Legends, 1 for A1 Esports. Who gets the third now?
I believe 4 axis are left behind, so maybe they can get the third chicken dinner for themselves and like make things a lot more interesting. But I would really love to see a team from the second phase to get the chicken dinner. I mean, we still have 3 matches to go, so the qualification opportunity is still theirs. After the third game is like, all right, if you mess up on Sanhok, that's it. That's the moment you're done. If you mess up on Sanhok, up until that, you have the opportunity. The what do you call it? The sword that's hanging over your neck is still hanging. I mean, the flame has not been lit yet, so it is still gonna be a while. 3 matches to go. There is still hope left alive for teams like VeNoWap or any other team in the second phase. Apart from, I mean, if you are still, what are you doing right there?
I mean, I was just trying to depict the fact that, yeah, swords are hanging on their heads, but definitely my finger is too fat to be a sword, so yeah.
Yeah.
but you know, Johnny, the best part that we are liking is finally the old dogs are actually stepping up. I mean, even our fans must be happy, right? We've got a lot of A1 Esports fan coming up today. We've got a lot of Venom Legends supporters here, a lot of KSX supporters here, and you know, finding them win, you know, finding your favorite team win over here, sort of keeps you happy, right? Makes you happy by the end of the day. You know, yeah, everyone is from the same country, same region, but you do have that personal favorite thingy going on, right? So yeah, of course, A1 Esports, Venom Legends being the forerunners of it, starting things off really well. This time A1 Esports with 11 kills, 26 points is what they secure, but KSX not shy, they're not far behind. 18 points is what they have got for themselves, but Venom Legends, not a right game, not a good kind of a game that they would have anticipated after that chicken dinner haul. But here onwards, you know, what I'm really excited or interested to see is the overall rankings. No doubts over there.
Well, not just you, even I would love to see the overall rankings and see what the situation looks like right now. I mean, between A1 Esports and Venom Legends. Not just them, I mean, the qualification positions, what is going to be the difference between them. But definitely, A1 Esports, considering they lost a few plays due to overcommitment during the mid-game stages, they recovered pretty nicely. And had the circle gone towards KSX in those final few moments, that was it. That was done. That was KSX's game. So it was also sort of the circle not being in the favor of KSX that resulted in the result being in the favor of A1 Esports. But hey, this was a wonderful game, a really aggressive match. And well, the distance has been shortened a little bit. Venom Legends 104, A1 Esports with 2 chicken dinners, 95 points.
Okay, so now this makes things really interesting, but you know, we'll just skip the top part. Let's talk about 6th, 7th and 8th and even 5th. You starting off with 62 points, not a lot of difference, you know, from 57 to 62, but that's the mark. But Johnny,
There's a massive difference between 8 and 9.
Yeah, I mean 38, 57, that's going to be such a tough task to get over there.
I mean, these teams need chicken dinners. But here's the thing, right? It's close in the second half. It's 38 to 21. I mean, all right. Let's not take the team on the 20 with 21 points into consideration, because they will need 2 chicken dinners in order to move to the next stages. But the team with 38 points, they might just be able to make it. They need 1 chicken dinner next to Erangel. Maybe they can take that matchup in their favor. But before that, we'll take a very short break. So just stay tuned, keep watching. We'll be right back.
Are you keeping it real? I'm calling shotgun, wanna see my baby run. Oh, what's the word on the sea? Kicking up the dust, if you know what I mean. We got a good thing going. We got a good thing going on.
Welcome to Karakin. Today, let me guide you on an in-depth understanding of this 4-square-kilometer humble island. Before stepping into Karakin, you may have already heard about the intimidating Demolition Zone. In Demolition Zone, buildings will be destroyed into smithereens. But rest assured that today's tour will be a safe one. Karakin might be a small island, but the textile industry of the island works as a crucial financial support for the entire island. Our first attraction is Al Haik. Al Haik is a medium-scale town, and people who lived here refined pigments for a living. Then those pigments will be sent to Hadika Nemo for dyeing. Skyscrapers are scarce in Al Haik. Compared to other urban areas, there are fewer visitors here, which makes looting easier. It's a perfect choice for a team of 4 in search of adequate equipment supplies. We'll be walking by the sea, and our next attraction will be Hadika Nemo, which serves as the port of importing raw materials of Karakin. Imported textiles are dyed in vats filled with multiple colors and distributed to the factories. If you want to choose this place as your landing spot, then it's recommended that 1 to 2 players in your team land in the containers area, as they can easily find combat supplies here, and head to the city to support their teammates. In the middle of our journey to Al Habar, we'll be passing by an enclosed warehouse. You will need to use sticky bomb to blast the walls that look less solid to get in. There's always something nice in here. But be careful, as one might not want to hide behind those walls during combat, because those unmaintained walls can be easily penetrated with just a touch, making you susceptible to attacks from enemies and exposing you to dangers. The next stop is Al Habar, which is the largest urban area in Karakin. There are many residents, hence the numerous high-rising residences. No doubt this place will be a popular spot in the future. Our next attraction is the port city of Bar Shahir, which stores and exports goods of Karakin. This is the perfect spot to search for weapons, making it my personal favorite. Next up is the city of the West, Bashara. It was a city congested with residents, with tall buildings providing convenience in observing the surrounding movements. Just make sure not to lose your directions here. Our final destination is the cargo ship, located at the southwest corner of the map. This ship has been idle here for forever, and has already been abandoned. Yet there are still goods that remained here. However, due to the gigantic size of the cargo ship and the containers, this place no doubt becomes a place to rumble. Don't you feel the excitement already just thinking of it? Besides these urban areas, Karakin also houses many such little buildings. Rumor has it that there's another passage beneath these buildings, as well as a huge space beneath Karakin. Well, it's up to you, believe them or not. Alright, your Karakin tour is now closing its curtains. Looking forward to seeing you next time.
head.
Yeah, we got it, we did it! I know you'll be there for me.
I'll always be you.
Are you keeping it real? I'm calling shotgun, wanna see my baby run. Oh, what's the word on the sea? Kicking up the dust, if you know what I mean. We got a good thing going. We got a good thing going on.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Once again, welcome back to the PUBG Mobile Bangladesh Campus Championship 2021, brought to you by the Oppo F19 Pro. My name is Warren Super Johnny John, but joined by Fixes right next to me. And matches for Group B are the ones that we are witnessing right now. 2 maps are done. Map number 3, the map of Erangel, is going to be the one coming up next. And also, I mean, before we went on a break, we did have a look at the overall standings, which sort of put us in a dilemma. Do the teams on the second page of the standings even have the possibility of making it to the other side, or do we already know the teams that are moving forward to the next stage of the tournament?
Well, I mean, it's going to be a very tough call considering it just kind of broke my heart because yesterday it was quite competitive. It was way too open up till the at least 10th or 12th spot, right?
Yeah.
But today, it's kind of competitive till the 8th, but after that, we're seeing that huge slump. So, for things to get even more exciting and interesting, right at this moment, we want a chicken from XENOCIDE.
I mean,
100%.
maybe that is going to be the thing that will be happening right now. It is going to be a tough opportunity. I mean, XENOCIDE, they're trying their level best, but they're taking the fights as well. But that's the problem. The fights that they are taking, they do end up getting taken out every single time.
Now, what do you think where the circle will be, Johnny? Fast.
All right, Military Island again.
No.
Let's see.
No. I don't think it's going to go melee.
Where do you
Or is
think
it?
this one's going to be?
I think somewhere around the center.
Hey, both of
I
us are
mean,
right.
Both of us are right. But this is again the same circle that we
Yeah.
just witnessed, right? Pretty much carbon copy.
It's the same one from the first Erangel, but I believe there is going to be some weird shift that's going to be happening because this time, I mean, it is all right. I don't know a much better way to put this, but it is a little bit towards more to the center and more to the south. So just like ever slightly shifted a little bit inside as compared to the last one.
Right now, now that's gonna make things very interesting again. So are you kind of considering going with Venom Legends on this one, or do you think it's gonna be some other team? What I
mean-
really want is I want the boys from XENOCIDE to get the victory in this one.
Same here. I mean, I would love to see XENOCIDE actually move forward and dominate this game, but the possibility of that happening is really low. They are outside the circle. The position that they are in right now, not the position, but the drop location does actually clash if you consider the fact that they will have to rotate through farm in order to make it to the circle. So it won't be an easy game for them. It definitely won't be an easy game for them, and the probability of them getting the chicken dinner is quite low, but it's not zero. It's not zero. As long as the team is there, as long as the players are there, they can move forward and prove me wrong, and that is something that I would love to see.
Hmm. So right now, considering how things have started off, it's going to be a slower start. Right now, the teams do
Yeah.
know how to play the circle, how to play the zone. We did see the zone kind of ending on towards the open grounds over there. So this time, I think I'm hoping it might just go somewhere else, or maybe a southern shift. Southern shift is something that we would both would love, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, a shift towards the south is just going to be super fun to witness, and it will make things a lot more interesting to see how the teams then decide to actually move towards that southern area. Because now, for southern shift from here is going to mean that Ferry Pier, Primorsk, all that situation is going to be in there. But talk about this SLX Godzilla just keeping an eye on the players BD71, not firing a single shot on them, so he knows where they went, but they don't know that he was watching them. And if he can relay the information to his teammate, they might just be able to set up a hunt basically for the opponents. And we do see Choco for the win coming up to pick up his teammate.
So Team SLX finally making those moves. 3 players alive, one of them already down. A1 Esports. This time they're not alone. Not with 3 players. They've got the full 4-man lineup stacked up. So I guess the players are finally woken up after the first game of Erangel coming into Miramar. They do know, 4 players. Yeah, chicken dinner, easy peasy.
Well, I mean, maybe. Let's see. All the 4 players finally being present. I mean, they were there in the last game as well, and they would like to make sure that they are the team that qualifies with the maximum number of chicken dinners as well. Because A1 Esports, I mean, when they were trying to qualify during the round of 128 as well, they went on an absolute domination. I mean, getting back to back chicken dinners every day. There was that one thing that first game was never theirs, so they would mess up the first game, then the second and the third match would be where they would perform. So Miramar and Sanhok were those games. Erangel was something that they struggled with even then. But this is a team that we know has performed on the international stages again and again. They are tough competition to beat. Let's see. Hopefully, they can take this one in the bag as well.
Oh, they certainly can. They can. I mean, they've got the potential. They've got the lads, and if they do, we'll be more than happy. But right now, Encounter Snowman as real, and their 4th partner, that's going to be Daria. Everyone sort of has just one thing in their mind, somehow get a chicken, somehow try to get back inside the competition. And it's a fairly decent start considering where they are right now. If they can take over that lighthouse compound right up the hill, I think that is somewhere where I can see them having that strategic advantage. You need to have a split though. 2-1-2, maybe 2-1-1 split would be fine, or maybe a 2-2 split is even better. Just depends upon what they want. But who upcoming did have one of their players get knocked out? Is he gonna get confirmed though? That's gonna be a question over here.
Well, that will definitely be a question. And I mean, Nihal is charging in the direction of his teammates to provide them some sort of a cover. KS Axe, definitely not an easy team to take on in terms of these team fights. But the revive has occurred, so the fight is going to be completely even. Shaquille tossing out a nade on the first floor, goes inside the house, which is basically positions being traded by the teams altogether. Nihal is still in the back lines. This is quite an interesting situation. It is at a complete standstill for now. The utility is being thrown from both the direction, and Farouj does manage to connect on Shaquille. The first knock has occurred. Who upcoming find themselves in an advantageous situation. Another nade in the same direction, and that is going to result in 1 finish and 1 knock. But Meraz had different plans. He was coming from the flank. Farouj, completely unaware, will be taken down.
And things have started getting really hot and intense. Now we've got to see Farouj already taken down, and he's got his 3 teammates alive. Can they do something over here? as the rush finally comes in, and it's gonna be KSX right in front of them. And what on earth are the players doing? What on earth was Sakil up to? Just completely going without any weapons holstered for him. And well, Mirage will of course take down Nihal in the process. We'll get those kills secured, and we'll get those additional points. Now KSX completely just taking control over this compound. Oh, Johnny. Things were about to get salty, but apparently that has been avoided.
I mean, yeah. Would have loved to see things go the other way though. Now, all right. Well, WHOUPCOMING, just one last player surviving. KSX do recover really nicely, but finishing off this last individual will be quite crucial. Otherwise, you do never want to get stabbed in the back. And after the finish is when they will be moving forward. Miraz, he's towards your left, lad. Look towards your left.
Amjad, how long is he gonna survive though? He can really see death in front of his eyes. The Grim Reaper getting close and close. But right now he's moving far away.
Oh well. Oh well. I mean, he's still here. He's still here. Oh, he's been left alive. The grace of the players of KSX. They just leave the man behind. Much more important things at hand right now, like rotating to the circle, which is 1200 meters away from this position where Amjad is hiding right now. So definitely a much better choice.
Amjad, well, he's not gonna make a sound. He's just one with the nature. He's gonna keep to himself. But if they look at this murderous assassin, but before that, Amjad's gonna get salty over there. Goes with the knocks, gets the finish. I mean, it's fine. I think he's gonna console himself. At least I got a kill confirmed.
Well, definitely. I mean, that is the squad wipe right there, I believe, as well. The entire squad being finished. And yeah, kill confirmed, kill secured. But now you have to move 1200 meters in the circle as well. Oh, that was so close. Sharpie almost ran into the players of WHOUPCOMING.
So here you have it, ROG going against the WHOUPCOMING in shot already taken out of the picture, and WHOUPCOMING is taking but oh, Shavon with the kind of flank that was out of this world. This was out of the planet, and somehow, well, WHOUPCOMING is completely messing their situation up. How on earth they did not anticipate that left flank and had to be punished for that? And here you go. But VeNoWap, the players, they aren't just getting demolished by A1 Esports.
Well, I mean, this is something that we definitely did not anticipate. And as I said, I mean, WheNoWap, they were in an interesting situation. That rotation from east to west, it wasn't going to be an easy one. And it just leaves that one individual, Dernier, from the lineup alone, left to survive. And he already takes the position towards the south of Pochinki, right there, close to the players of 4N. Oh, that the WheNoWaps are about to be done.
Well, they indeed are. I mean, after this game, you just have 2 more maps remaining. One Sanhok, one Erangel. Sanhok is definitely not a map where you can be like assured that, hey, I'm gonna get the chicken, I'm gonna go for it. And then again, Erangel, the last game, it's the pressure is gonna be so high. So I think the dreams are getting shattered for the players of XENOCIDE over here. But considering how this circle is, and this is where we again have to start to believe that it's not going to be a certain circle anymore. It's going to be somewhere on towards the northern side, and I think somewhere where the players of Venom Legends are, or maybe just a bit down south where we do see Dernier present.
Well, let's see. I mean, Dernier isn't there anymore. Has been taken out completely. So 2 squads, I believe, have been finished off. One was done by KSX. The other lads just finished off. Sort of most of the team, majority of the team being wiped out by the players of A1 Esports. But I mean, so far in this matchup, Pushinki just has turned into a priority, as we do see Venom Legends move forward and take this position inside the city. It won't be an easy job to try and hold on to the city for a long time. Let's see, Venom Legends, they can accomplish anything they set their minds to. Is this something that they will be able to accomplish right now, or will their minds be forcefully changed by someone else?
You never know. You never know. Anything is possible over here. But right now, Venom Legends, with all 4 players of the squad alive, which is got just that 1 kill. Again, a very solid start. The players are looking confident. What they're just trying to do is poke with their opponents. Just trying to flat out their tires, kind of limiting their movement. You've got Team Venom over here. They've taken over Pachinki, so it's going to be an interesting circle considering the shift in this one.
Oh well, I mean, let's see. Moving forward, KSX versus A1 Esports. Now, this is a fight that I believe even the gods of PUBG would say for the end game scenario, but I would love to see this in the early game. That means we might just have someone else take control of this matchup and move forward with the chicken dinner. But let's see. A1 Esports, quite a comfortable position, but the team is focused in the other direction, as we do see Jax and the other lads take shots on the vehicles. I wonder which team is that. All right, it is BIP.
A1 Esports. Well, they are trying to just take a few shots. A gander, perhaps maybe at the players of Bots in Pajamas. But this time, I think Dante has got his crosshairs locked, but it's going to be 6ix9ine who's going to get that knock over here. Now, from here onwards, are A1 Esports going to commit at all? That's the big question. If they get another knock, might consider, but at the same time, at the cost of leaving a very good compound that you're holding very comfortably, is it worth the trade?
Well, I mean, we will find out if the trade is going to be worth. BIP, slowly the smoke will dissipate. 6ix9ine has his crosshairs set on that opponent. A1 Esports, I mean, this is a position where, I mean, we start to question already, is this over aggression from the team? I mean, player literally lying quite exposed on the rooftop with no cover. KSX, they can step in from the backline and just pick him off whenever they please, but even KSX do not want to over aggress into certain situations, and that, I mean, will be the reason that BIP are getting absolutely destroyed by A1 Esports.
So ROG, well, they've been playing a really good game today so far, and let's see how is it going with the nade being tossed out and going up against XBrothers King. The XBrothers haven't really had a very good time today, and A1 Esports finally getting their hands dirty on towards the players over there and wiping out Bots in Pajamas. But we do witness some fights happening over here. ROGs, the players, they just have their smokes up. They need to somehow enter in and try to get another knock. They've managed to secure 1 player over here. That's Venom. Needs to get confirmed though. But ROG making the movement. All the players trying to get in, trying to get a flank angle, trying to get a good direction from before taking any kind of shots, trying to surround them. Venom again falling down, and well, again with him, same goes down Fezzle in the process, which leaves King, the solo player, surviving, who's already made a run for his life, considering it's the 4th circle and the players have to cover almost 750 meters. It's going to be such a daunting task for them.
Well, definitely, and let's see if they will be successful in this feat, in this journey. ROG definitely rethinking the decisions that have been made in this game so far, as Shubwan was the last player surviving. But on the other side, 4Axis Ritnex taking a few shots on the players of Venom Legends, trying to stop them from coming inside the circle right now, just crossing that mountain and dropping down to the low ground. quite a risky maneuver right here from the squad of 4 Legends. There is a team along with them as well, so they need to worry about the fights in the back lines first before they take on the players of 4Axis.
Yeah, and right now, 4Axis. Well, let's see what are they up to. Britnix taking a few shots on towards the players of BD71, and you've got to give it. This man has got some laser precision. I mean, I never really thought that shot would have connected, but he did. That's how good this lad is.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, quite a wonderful performance right there, and it should be really interesting to see how moving forward they actually take things in the next few matches, because now, I mean, this one is just about to come to an end at any time. 18 minutes in, we are at the fourth circle, 12 teams remaining, but look at where the circle is headed and how the teams have positioned themselves on the edges. In the meanwhile, Venom Legends, I mean, 2 players against the players of AXB. Maxprin, don't know why he's making a run for it, just trying to stop the players of Venom Legends in their tracks, but Nightwing just runs around, takes the shots. So that team is gone. Venom Legends trying to close in. Steel Shot, last surviving player against the players of 4N. Solex is going to spot Steel Shot out and take him down as well. But ladies and gentlemen, whoever survives has to take on 4Axis.
Yeah, that's that's a different story altogether over here. You survive, you fight and everything, and then you go on to see another enemy completely just waiting for you. Now, considering how this fifth circle has panned out, it's quite different from the first Erangel that we witnessed. So the teams are going to be having a kind of complete different approach towards the circle. But both A1 Esports and Venom Legends still alive and kicking, doing really well. And we've got to see if we actually want a fight between these two teams. The top boys going up against each other. But where on earth is Wizzy just ramming himself onto? And this is an ambush from the players of TRG Exterminators. It's Toretto and Leo who's going to be doing all the killing.
Well, definitely. And once you start killing, you can't stop. Those points need to keep on coming consistently. Leo moving forward, another good grenade in the direction, and well, that should be enough for the demise of the players of BD71. The one from Leo was quite close, and there it is. As I said, the finish being secured by the lad. Quite a wonderful usage of utility, but got to change focus now, got to change gears and turn the attention towards the players of 4Axis. On the other side, the KS Axe taking a fight against BD71. Mehraj peeking the window quite perfectly. He's going to spot a Venom Bhai, goes for the spray, and the knock does come for the team.
Yeah, it indeed does. And, well, KS Axe, 4 kills already. They are aiming for a lot more, having spotted the players out over there. And have they got the final kill? No, they haven't yet. They're still to get 2 players. Snow, his pixel is visible, but shots are being exchanged, but somehow still surviving. But Solix will be taken down by Dante. I mean, Dante is dishing some heavy damage, and Rafrance is the last, kind of the last player over there, because Frenzy has been knocked out right now, which brings Rafrance to be kind of carrying the entire team alone on his shoulders over here, trying to survive till the very end.
Well, let's see. It's not going to be an easy job right there. Ritnix trying to run away, fails to do so. 6ix9ine finishing him off. Not finishing well, he gets the knock, but if 6ix9ine does not secure that kill, it's going to go towards the players of TRG, going for a grenade towards Ritnix. Let's see if the kill can be secured. KS Axe have their own trouble. They're inside the circle, but they will be charged upon soon. So they will have to figure out a way to block this charge from the players of SLX.
Yeah, A1 Esports Dante. Is there anyone in the lobby or in the server that can stop Dante right now? Is there anyone? Because this man is a mean force of nature right now. Once he gets going, he's steamrolling. I mean, you bring in any single player in front of him. Look at the shots. Look at the confidence, the cojones on this lad. Does not even flinch for a second. It was 3 players aiming at him, yet he didn't care. He got one out, then he escaped.
Yep, that shows confidence that the lads have. And look at this fixes. Look at the map. A1 Esports, they are controlling the entire circle at this point. It's a 3-1 split from the team with 5 teams, 16 players remaining. And A1 Esports, they legit have the whole circle in their control. See, one of the individuals, I believe it is Dante, who is quite close to the players of KSX. He's going to pick off the leftovers basically from this fight that will eventually break out between SLX and KSX and TRG. And then the other individuals are just going to try and finish off anyone else who tries to enter the circle. TRG try to make their way in. Miraz takes the first knock. SLX might just be able to steal a few kills from the other side as well, as Choco for the win gets the second knock in this situation, and trying to use the utility to get on the flat side of the slope. The grenades are perfect, but need to be careful. Choco takes a lot of damage, barely surviving with any HP on him, and he's finally going to be taken down. It was Shaquille who got the knock over there. Xenox from the other side knows where takeoff is. The HP bars from the players of TRG are slowly and steadily being chipped away, and well, the blue zone is closing in as well.
The blue zone indeed is closing down, as we do have Godzilla. But looking at KSX, you've got Miramar still alive along with Sakil and Sanhok. It's just Ifty who's kind of lost out on his life over there. But KSX having that one compound only, do have a lot of teams trying to push on towards them. But look at Godzilla. He's sort of dodging the players of TRG over here. And Mirage just spraying down through the smoke, but it's going to be Dante who's going to be wiping a few players out here and there. But Mirage still not giving up, completely just holding the fight against the players of TRG over here. Up to the point, he does spot out Beast and takes him down, which brings us to a 3v3 situation between A1 Esports and KSX.
So while A1 Esports could have just stayed back and gotten the chicken dinner by trying to keep away the players of KSX away from the circle, they chose to make the run towards the compound where they heard the gunshots coming from. That is a ballsy move from this team. But now finally they will have to fall back as the circle goes to where they were before. They could have just stayed there and gotten this victory, but this is a testament to how aggressive this team likes to be. And down to a 3v3 situation, the players of KSX nowhere to run, absolutely nowhere to go for them. The utility is going to be tossed in their faces as they are completely cornered inside this house. And well, A1 Esports, they want to get things over with as fast as possible. Sinister takes one down. Jax making a run for it. Xenox has been taken really low, and well, Jax is still trying to spot his opponent out. Mehraz has been taken down as well, down to a 2v1 situation. Jax still just the finish, just formality right there, lad. But Jax's HP is now gone almost. Xenox is still alive, and finally he gets shut down, ladies and gentlemen. Back-to-back chicken dinner for A1 Esports.
All right. The hype train is on. And A1 Esports, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, what a game. The way these lads are playing, they certainly are unstoppable. Now you've got 4 players. Now all they know is that they have to go for chicken dinners, and that's exactly what they are doing. And okay, so here's the moment. Here is the moment. Are we gonna jinx it though?
Yeah, I think we should not say it. If we say it,
yeah, well, let's not say.
I think the lads watching us already have a hint of what we are talking about, so we're just not going to say it anymore. And although I would love to see it happen, I would love to see that happen.
Seeing is believing, and
Yes.
I think we're just gonna keep our mouth shut. We're not gonna jinx it this time, because we have done it every single time.
Yeah.
Every single time we say that word,
And it never happens.
never happens.
So hopefully this time, A1 Esports will be able to deliver on the hopes and the expectations that now they have built up for us. But a wonderful game, and this team, last match also they overcommitted. 2 players remaining, the circle was on them, so they got the chicken dinner. This time they ran towards TRG, KSX and SLX that fight. There was no reason to do that, yet they were like, for some reason they were like, hey, we hear some gunshots, there's a fight going on, let's just go and kill everyone.
And you remember there was this point, they were holding those compounds up. They did manage to get a few knocks onto it, the players of Bots in Pajamas, I guess. And eventually they ended up killing them, but they did not even move an inch from over there. They kind of stuck on. They knew that the circle was going to come down to somewhere they are, And once it does, they started kind of dominating. Did not
Yeah.
really use a lot of vehicles, nothing really fancy. Just 4 players sticking to each other, helping each other out, and eventually ended up getting the chicken.
Exactly. I mean, this has to be incredible, a really incredible performance that we witnessed from this team, and hopefully, what you and I are talking about does actually happen. I mean, we are going to keep our fingers crossed for that. But then again, I mean, A1 Esports KSX doing really well. TRG sort of starting to get into the action. Let's see if that is too little, too late. 4 Axis already in a wonderful position. So we do have a few teams from the other side as well performing, but not good enough. 8 points, 6 points, 5 points. That's definitely not good enough.
Yeah, I mean, it isn't, but VeNoWap. Johnny.
Yeah.
Zero
This wasn't their
points.
game. I mean, this wasn't their game. This wasn't VeNoWap's game. They still have 2 more matches to go. If they can get one match with 20 plus points and the other one they finish in the top 3, I think that should be good enough to get them in the top 8. Just in the top 8. But they need that one chicken dinner with 25. They need those 25 points in one match though.
Yeah, of course. Right now, considering how they've been playing so far, I think it's going to be really flimsy. Or maybe I can't just say that. All right, I believe in them. They're gonna do it, because you've got to show some sparks, right? You gotta show that Tinder going around. That yes, we are going to sort of go for it. We are maybe hungry for it. Something like what XSF tried yesterday. Though they did not qualify, of course, but they were going after kills. They had a mission in their minds. They could have focused on maybe a few more positioning for themselves, but no, not now. They did not do that, and they had to deal with the brunt of it. But right now, for VeNoWap, they're completely, looking really silent, not really into the game. They got picked off early on, sort of giving, the other teams in the top 8 to kind of move even further up. And A1 Esports, well, here we go, 3 chicken dinners already for this team, 126 points. Venom Legends, are they gonna get the chicken in Sanhok though? Because we do know that Venom Legends sort of loves that particular map.
Yeah, I mean, they do love that map, and it should be theirs as well. But now look at this. So VeNoWap actually do take up a fall. Instead of being on the 9th, they fall down to the 13th, and the Exorcist find themselves on the 9th position with 49 points. The team on the 8th position is there with 58 points. 2 matches to go. 9-point difference. That should be an easy enough difference to cover up.
Yeah.
XENOCIDE 4N as well. They can actually take down the team on the 8th position. So the opportunity is theirs, but then again, the same thing as we were talking about before. Now it comes down to Sanhok. You can't afford to miss the opportunity on Sanhok. This game will either make it or break it.
It's so unpredictable.
Yeah.
And Sanhok always is so unpredictable. I'm getting so excited, all riled up for this game.
But wait. Before that, we'll take a very short break. So just stay tuned. Keep watching. We'll be right back.
Are you keeping it real? I'm calling shotgun, wanna see my baby run. Oh, what's the word on the sea? Kicking up the dust, if you know what I mean. And you got a
Welcome to Karkin. Today, let me guide you on an in-depth understanding of this 4-square-kilometer humble island. Before stepping into Karkin, you may have already heard about the intimidating Demolition Zone. In Demolition Zone, buildings will be destroyed into smithereens. But rest assured that today's tour will be a safe one. Karkin might be a small island, but the textile industry of the island works as a crucial financial support for the entire island. Our first attraction is Al Haik. Al Haik is a medium-scale town, and people who lived here refined pigments for a living. Then those pigments will be sent to Hadika Nemo for dyeing. Skyscrapers are scarce in Al Haik. Compared to other urban areas, there are fewer visitors here, which makes looting easier. It's a perfect choice for a team of 4 in search of adequate equipment supplies. We'll be walking by the sea, and our next attraction will be Hadika Nemo, which serves as the port of importing raw materials of Karkin. Imported textiles are dyed in vats filled with multiple colors and distributed to the factories. If you want to choose this place as your landing spot, then it's recommended that 1 to 2 players in your team land in the containers area, as they can easily find combat supplies here, and head to the city to support their teammates. In the middle of our journey to Al Habar, we'll be passing by an enclosed warehouse. You will need to use sticky bomb to blast the walls that look less solid to get in. There's always something nice in here. But be careful, as one might not want to hide behind those walls during combat, because those unmaintained walls can be easily penetrated with just a touch, making you susceptible to attacks from enemies and exposing you to dangers. The next stop is Al Habar, which is the largest urban area in Karkin. There are many residents, hence the numerous high-rising residences. No doubt this place will be a popular spot in the future. Our next attraction is the port city of Bar Shahir, which stores and exports goods of Karkin. This is the perfect spot to search for weapons, making it my personal favorite. Next up is the city of the West, Bashara. It was a city congested with residents, with tall buildings providing convenience in observing the surrounding movements. Just make sure not to lose your directions here. Our final destination is the cargo ship, located at the southwest corner of the map. This ship has been idle here for forever, and has already been abandoned. Yet there are still goods that remained here. However, due to the gigantic size of the cargo ship and the containers, this place no doubt becomes a place to rumble. Don't you feel the excitement already just thinking of it? Besides these urban areas, Karkin also houses many such little buildings. Rumor has it that there's another passage beneath these buildings, as well as a huge space beneath Karkin. Well, it's up to you, believe them or not. Alright, your Karkin tour is now closing its curtains. Looking forward to seeing you next time.
Yeah, we got it, we did it! I know you'll be there for me.
I'll always be here.
Whoa! How are you? Yes! Thank you, bro.
Welcome to Karkin. Today, let me guide you on an in-depth understanding. Welcome to Karkin. Today, let me guide you on an in-depth understanding of this 4-square-kilometer humble island. Before stepping into Karkin, you may have already heard about the intimidating Demolition Zone. In Demolition Zone, buildings will be destroyed into smithereens. But rest assured that today's tour will be a safe one. Karkin might be a small island, but the textile industry of the island works as a crucial financial support for the entire island. Our first attraction is Al Haik. Al Haik is a medium-scale town, and people who lived here refined pigments for a living. Then those pigments will be sent to Hadika Nemo for dyeing. Skyscrapers are scarce in Al Haik. Compared to other urban areas, there are fewer visitors here, which makes looting easier. It's a perfect choice for a team of 4 in search of adequate equipment supplies. We'll be walking by the sea, and our next attraction will be Hadika Nemo, which serves as the port of importing raw materials of Karkin. Imported textiles are dyed in vats filled with multiple colors and distributed to the factories. If you want to choose this place as your landing spot, then it's recommended that 1 to 2 players in your team land in the containers area, as they can easily find combat supplies here and head to the city to support their teammates. In the middle of our journey to Al Habar, we'll be passing by an enclosed warehouse. You will need to use sticky bomb to blast the walls that look less solid to get in. There's always something nice in here, but be careful, as one might not want to hide behind those walls during combat, because those unmaintained walls can be easily penetrated with just a touch, making you susceptible to attacks from enemies and exposing you to dangers. The next stop is Al Habar, which is the largest urban area in Karkin. There are many residents, hence the numerous high-rising residences. No doubt this place will be a popular spot in the future. Our next attraction is the port city of Bar Shahir, which stores and exports goods of Karkin. This is the perfect spot to search for weapons, making it my personal favorite. Next up is the city of the West, Bashara. It was a city congested with residents, with tall buildings providing convenience in observing the surrounding movements. Just make sure not to lose your directions here. Our final destination is the cargo ship, located at the southwest corner of the map. This ship has been idle here for forever, and has already been abandoned. Yet there are still goods that remained here. However, due to the gigantic size of the cargo ship and the containers, this place no doubt becomes a place to rumble. Don't you feel the excitement already just thinking of it? Besides these urban areas, Karkin also houses many such little buildings. Rumor has it that there's another passage beneath these buildings, as well as a huge space beneath Karkin. Well, it's up to you, believe them or not. Alright, your Karkin tour is now closing its curtains. Looking forward to seeing you next time.
Are you keeping it real? I'm calling shotgun, wanna see my baby run.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Once again, welcome back to the PUBG Mobile Bangladesh Campus Championship 2021, brought to you by the Oppo F19 Pro. My name is Warren Super Johnny John. Joining me, it is going to be Fixes like always. And well, the second last game for Group B is just about to get started. The match of Sanhok.
And here it is, right in front of us on our screens, where we have an interesting flight path trajectory, but who cares? You know, the players, either ways, they're just gonna go anywhere they really want to.
Yeah.
But you know, now things have gotten really exciting. So this time we have another team that we are gonna be looting out for. That's gonna be Team TRG.
Well, I mean, yes, TRG is really in a comfortable position, sitting on like a 9-point deficit from the qualification position. That is,
Yeah.
so not a comfortable position. I'm sorry about that, an uncomfortable position, but it is in their hands. Their fate is in their hands if they make it or break it. So that is going to be a thing. But what am I seeing right here, Fixes? Can you explain this to me? Look at the players of BIP. That is a weird 3-1 split.
Well, I think apparently the player has decided, you know, as having some communication problems with his team. He just decided to go elsewhere. But you're talking about going elsewhere. I already see one of the players of A1 Esports falling down. I think we do have Venom Legends Rafid pretty close. There's another squad, so there's a lot of action happening around on towards the Paradise Resort area, and there you have it. WHOUPCOMING, they are dealing with the brunt of it. Two players already down over here.
Well, definitely, and it is a drop location that A1 Esports do want for themselves. A1 Esports, the trade does come in as WHOUPCOMING. Farooj does end up picking up a few players. And all right, so another interesting thing, Fixes, we have all the teams again. We started off with, I believe the day started with 15 teams being in the lobby, so someone did miss out on a game, but now again, all teams are playing. A1 Esports just Jackson 6-9 boy surviving. On the other side, WHOUPCOMING, they've lost one player as well. So a 2v3 situation is here in this Paradise Resort. And this did not expect this early of a challenge being brought to the lads. But hey, let's see if they can deal with this.
So now A1 Esports, Jackson 6-9. See, this time, Johnny, we did not jinx it, okay?
Oh, yeah.
They were just outright, you know, jumped up by WHOUPCOMING. Gotta hurt though.
Well,
I mean, if
yeah, it has to.
I mean, if they kind of still secure the chicken dinner, even despite having such a you know, lapse right from the start, I think they'll be considered as legends.
Maybe. I mean, that's the thing, right? Even in even in Miramar, this happened. They lost a few players. They lost few players during the mid game, not as soon as the match started. But hey, even after the losses, they still went on to win the game. So that is the thing. You can never count this team out. Let's see. They will have to finish off WHOUPCOMING though before they start moving forward. Over on the other side, though, two most fought at places inside of the game, Bootcamp and Paradise Resort. We are done with Paradise Resort. Over in Bootcamp, the fight was theirs between 4N and I believe the other squad is going to be VeNoWap. And well, oh, that was perfect time to run in, but now Rafraz has healed up Viper and the crossfire has been set up. Azrael, he will run into a trap. Look at this, 3 players.
Everyone just waiting patiently, but
Yeah.
Viper actually needs to patch himself up a bit. You know, barely just with those bandages. One good grenade might seal the deal over here, but for France, he's constantly changing his position. But Frenzy getting that knock onto its Azrael, and the kill will of course get confirmed. And Sanhok is pretty hot and heavy right from the very start, with all these fights happening left, right, and center. Whereas we can see Foren really walking off with a very good squad wipe.
Well, a wonderful squad wipe right there, and 4N. This should be enough to boost their confidence to move forward in the matches and move forward in the standings. This has to be their game where they secure a lot of kills. But this is quite interesting for the early stages of Sanhok. Now, boot camp situation is done once again. I would like to move forward back to Paradise Resort and see how things are going to go over there. But hey, I think I spoke too soon as ROG try and enter boot camp from the side of the triple warehouses.
Now, Team ROG, they've been making a lot of noise, right? They've been sort of the attention grabbers throughout the day. We've seen so much of them, and every single time they come in front of us, they never cease to surprise us. And well, today, let's see the first airdrop coming down. That's going to be Groza in Sanhok, a weapon that I absolutely love. All I need after this is maybe an extended quick draw and an suppressor to kind of make things even better. Because once you have that, who's gonna stop you?
Well, in Sanhok, I would say someone with a ghillie suit in their hands.
Or an MK. I
Or
think
an
an MK
MK,
is
yeah.
the one gun that can kind of outlast Groza or just out damage Groza. Either ways, I was kind of surprised at one point where AK-47 in rather what you call is the AKM over
Yeah.
here does have more damage than the Groza.
I mean, in terms of raw damage stats, yes, but it is also about the DPS, right?
Yeah,
The
that's where
damage
kind of
perc-
grows out.
Yeah, because of the rate of fire of the weapon being slightly higher. So that is the thing. Because in terms of just raw single hit damage numbers, the Uzi is basically. I was just about to call it a tickle, but no, it does hurt pretty badly. But the DPS of the weapon is really, really good because of the rate of fire. The rate of fire is high, and well, the damage numbers sort of from the individual hits do add up. That is the thing that you have to keep in mind. But talk about damages adding up. A1 Esports 6-9, the instant knock and finish on Farouz right there.
Yeah, shows how pissed these players are. And there you have it. Jack's trying to lob a grenade. They do have a slight idea as to where on earth a Nihal can be. Now, who upcoming? They were pretty much dead bottom in the overall standings. They did not have any chance to really qualify over here. So, what follows up, and trying to kind of end their day on a good note. What better way it can be than taking down the table toppers themselves. You kind of have that self satisfaction within you after you do that. Kind of gives you that confidence booster. But kind of foiling the plans of A1 Esports, and well, of course, their hat trick on the line, which was, of course, in our humble defense, not jinxed by us. This time, we are not sorry.
Yeah, definitely. It wasn't our fault. We did nothing. But hey, the opportunity is still not gone, right? Jax and 6-9 are still surviving. If Jax has one good grenade, I mean, Arnab is pretty much gone. And Jax is just being careful, just holding this sort of plantation right here. What did he throw? Did he toss a nade or smoke right there?
Uh, Either ways, only time is gonna tell. What is that exactly? Mostly a smoke, yes. There you go. A1 Esports. Well, I mean, of course, Arnab was trying to play the smarter game over there. Let's just lob off that smoke and then kind of get behind and run away. But Jack still did try to punish him, did some hefty amount of damage. But A1 Esports. Now this is a point where you have two players surviving. Kind of takes me back to a Miramar game, way old, way old. This is, I think, maybe PMCO 2019, the globals, where we have BTR playing. Now this is one of the teams that right off the bat lost out on two players. They just had two players surviving and still got the chicken dinner, and that's a global championship that I'm talking about
Yeah.
over there. So miracles are definitely possible. So we just have to see if A1 Esports can pull this off or not.
Well, I mean, it is not going to be an easy job. Lacking the number of players in a hot drop location. So let's see. I mean, who upcoming are still surviving. The fight is at a complete standstill right now, but at least they have gotten the numbers in their favor. And that nade from 6-9, the 1-1 trade is going to happen as A1 Esports, they do get backstabbed. And it is easy Warmongers, the team coming into the backstab. I don't think 6-9 does not like this one bit. Jax has been finished off, but he wants to make sure that at least they go out with those 4 kills before they get eliminated. The revive is coming in. 6-9, he has to go for the charge. And almost on the first floor, Nihal can be baited out. As soon as the door opens, it's going to be on. Nihal trying to run out. 6-9 just juking the shots, runs behind the wall, goes over to the other side. Free fire in action with the barrel. With the shots being missed, switches the weapon. Nihal barely surviving with any HP on him. The shots being traded really, really nicely between these two lads. 6-9 still pretty healthy. Nihal, he's barely alive. The shot does connect, and there it is. 4 kills secured for A1 Esports. 6-9 doing a wonderful job right there.
I mean, has the threat sort of diluted? I don't think so, because I do see the warmongers in the nearby vicinity, maybe just trying to get in on towards the players of A1 Esports. But nevertheless, the last player surviving, 6-9, boy, what an amazing play coming out from him. And it is experience displayed, right? Otherwise, you know, the amateurs would have just gone in. He took his own sweet time. He knew that there was just this one player. All he had to do is outplay him over there. And yeah, left and right switches here and there, and those pre-fires. I think that is what kind of changed the game over here.
Well, I agree with that. I mean, it was an incredible fight there, a valiant display of patience and game sense. But now, look at this. The Northern Circle does sort of give an advantage to the lad from A1 Esports to just stay in the Paradise Resort, wait his time out, wait for an opportunity, and then strike if it presents himself. But, I mean, this has to be a game for Venom Legends. Look at them on the northern edge of Cow, and this is a circle that they have seen again and again and again and again. So hopefully this time as well they should be able to bring the chicken dinner for themselves, and then it's going to be interesting because Venom Legends will sort of have the advantage to move forward and take the first position away from the away from A1 Esports.
Well, I mean, A1 Esports could have had that. You know, the hat trick was right there. But either ways, let's see how far, you know, 6-9 can take his team. But either ways, you know, the way things have panned out, the way the circle is, BD71, they are inside the zone, playing just under the bridges. Now, this is one of those teams that does have those players that we do know of. And haven't really, you know, been flashy in the last game. They did perform well in the first one though, but that was about it. Maybe in Sanhok is where they sort of redeemed themselves.
Maybe, but let's see. I mean, the opportunity will be there for redemption, but it is up to the team to take it in their hands. 12 minutes in, KSX just again picking up a fight against the players of 4N. 4N, they always seem to find themselves in a bit of a pickle somehow. And this time, first it was another team in bootcamp, then it was ROG trying to pick them off. Now it's KSX. They are not having an easy time.
There you have it, KSX just going after a few squads here and there. The last game, they barely missed out. This game is where they want to make things real, considering A1 Esports is already on the verge of getting knocked out. Still, you know, they're going to enjoy that top spot that they've got for themselves. Unless and until, you know, Venom Legends get a chicken and maybe they just topple them over. But considering the circle has started to shrink in, where's the last shift? Where's the next shift going to be? But before that being said, KSX, Xenox falls down, and it's going to be Viper who gets the knock. Can he get one more onto its Meras? As it does not happen, as the latter sort of takes him down in the process. But Meras taking up that revive onto its Xenox without healing himself up. Have to rely on FT to provide that quintessential cover fire. Does not really happen. But again, you've got Meras waking up in the right time, getting that knock, getting the confirmation, and KSX, what a way to survive.
Well, a wonderful, wonderful performance and a wonderful conversion from the team, just barely managing to make it right there. But now over to TRG, who seem to have spotted out the players of BDS. BDS making a run for it, Leo going for the charge, but on foot versus vehicles, the approach is going to be difficult. Over on the other side, though, I believe KSX have initiated another fight, and this time with XBrothers.
Now KSX are enjoying themselves, right? They know they've qualified. They can just spread their wings out a bit. But this time, X-Brothers are kind of subjecting them to some heavy beating because having taken down quite a lot of players. But Warmongers, look at them. This time, having their eyes on towards the players of SLX. So, gotta see if they're gonna get those knocks or not.
Well, let's see. I mean, alrighty. Pretty good grenade right there from Sherlock, but Sanhok is a little further away from the location. KSX being gate kept just 200, 300 meters for these teams to actually move forward, but XBrothers putting up a lot of pressure on the players of KSX as they are now basically stuck on that low ground. But XBrothers do realize that the clock ticks for both of them and they start falling inside the circle. On the other side, ECWARMONGERS is picking up a fight against the players of SLX. And well, SLX, they are getting knocked out. Godzilla has been taken down by Shubha, sir.
Well, Shubha, continuing the Wrath, trying to get another knock. This lobbed that grenade, but it's miles afar. But I really like the Toja's position. I think Choco might have a slight idea as to where he is, but if Tiptoj can manage to lob a grenade, two players are definitely going to fall down.
Well, definitely. And it will be really interesting to see if they can actually manage to do that. Oh! Wait, what? Shuo still gets the point for that, right?
Oh, goodness. All right.
What did he think? He's like, oh, I finished my teammate, they won't get the point. No, he still gets the point. Wow.
All right. So some light-headed actions happening over here. And Shiva was like, thank you, sir. But the Torch finally revealing himself and does take a lot of shots. Now, this is where Team SLX do realize that, oh, well, the troubleshooter, sir, going really gutsy, going really ballsy, but, well, does get taken down in the process, but still inside the circle. So, of course, there's a possibility that he might get the revive if the Torch can make it towards him in due course of time. And right after the revive, they also have to head in a long way inside the circle. So it's going to be so tricky and so difficult. But look at Venom Legends. So we're going to witness this happening throughout the day, right? 2 for A1 Esports, maybe this one again to Venom Legends. So 2-2, then the final game will be sort of a decider between these two Goliaths as to who's going to have that victory in terms of getting those chicken dinners.
Yeah, definitely. And it won't be an easy job. That's the thing as well. So let's see. I mean, how the progress is going to be made by the teams. ECWW just making sure that VeNoWap moving forward quite comfortably. Oh, last tick of damage on Tamu and he starts running.
Wow. Even the gods want him to live,
Yeah.
but for how long? That's the bigger question. He's running as if his entire life depends on it.
It does.
Now now he's just got in for that bandage. Is it gonna be worthy? That's the big question over here. But TRG, well, they're still alive. We've got 13 teams still alive after four circles in Sanhok. So a lot of people are going down to zones. Mark my words.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with you. A lot of people will be gate kept and they will be taken down by the blue zone itself. 20 minutes in, BIP. Look at that. BIP taking on the players of 4 Axes now and, well, creating a lot of trouble for them. 6-9 is somehow still present in the match. And, well, he has to be. After that fight again in Paradise Resort, there hasn't been anything else that has happened in the game. Well, anything significant enough. It has just been pretty standard, just teams rotating, mid rotation fights, individual players being picked off. Now I think former Axis might just get picked off since BIP bots, the bots are coming from the back, and Venom Legends, they hold the high ground against them. So Coaxis might just be in a bit of a troublesome situation right there, but they do manage to trade knocks against their opponents. And I believe I'm seeing 6-9 in the kill feed out of all things.
Yep, and he is getting a few knocks here and there, and I think he went after the players of KSX. But right now, what we do have in front of us is a lot of fights happening. BD71 coming in, bots in pajamas. So yeah, gotta see. This time they come up with a full squad roster. So yes, that's a good thing. But having 2 kills secured, one of their players fallen down, they will definitely get the rest back up though. But they have to get inside the circle with one team right in front of them. It's not going to be an easy task, but they have to figure a way inside the circle somehow. Now, considering how things are happening right now, this is what we were talking about, right? Fifth circle is starting to shrink in just maybe 15 seconds, and you still have 13 teams alive. So many are just gonna fall down like flies. Just wait for it.
Yeah, I mean, we are going to wait for it, but let's see. Oh, Sherlock just taking a complete hit from Gyro, and Gyro getting the knock, but need to make sure that you get the kill, the point secured in your favor as well. Although KSX are also in some trouble as Ifti has been taken down by ROG. So this is an interesting situation now. BD7-1. All 4 players are alive, but this is an interesting situation because now you don't have any more cover left. As you said, the blue zone will actually play a lot of tricks and quite an important role in this situation. But along with that, these ridges that the players of BD7-1 are trying to climb, as soon as they reach the other side, they will take a lot of hits from the other teams as well. They need to be extremely careful. Although the job that they have done in gatekeeping the players of XBrothers was actually really, really nice. Oh, ROG in a lot of trouble. Shuko just not paying attention to where he was going.
Yeah, and has been punished for that. But look at so many teams over here, right on the back lines. They're trying to get in, but they're all getting knocked out. Team ROG, they were looking so promising throughout the day, but now just have Sharpie left, and he's also history. And BD71 are, of course, securing all those kills over there, 5 to their name. And this is what we were talking about. Just within a blink of an eye, just after one zone. From 13, we are live with 6 teams. Only 14 players remain standing, and there you have it. Make it 13. Not the number, in fact, that I would consider lucky for me. But Venom Legends, well, this is one of the teams that does have their eyes set on the chicken. But I really do not find any logical reason right now as to why they're dropping off those smokes way out in the open, Johnny.
I believe it's just to draw the attention of their opponents behind them. 6-9 more actually gets finished off. So 2 more teams take an exit down to 11 players. And I believe Venom Legends were just like, hey, look here to their opponents while they move forward. But the nades from the side of BD71 have taken down 2 players from Venom Legends. Frypan and Ruffet were the ones to go down. Steel Shot is still alive, going for the revive on his teammates, while BD71 try and deal with the situation with Leo, the last surviving player for the side of TRG. He's prone out on the ground. One of the players from BD71 is trying to see if he can spot him out. 4 axes. Sanjit gets finished off. One last player from that team as well. And why don't they just finish off Leo right there? I believe they see him.
Do they? I think he's under. You kind of tend to have those a little bit taller grasses in Sanhok, right? So I think that's the only reason. Had this been Erangel, he would have been a dead man already, but not over here. I'm rather surprised as to how Venom Legends survived that nade onslaught over there. The players of PD71 did not really even consider pushing at them. So quite a lot of really weird decisions being made over by the teams right now. It's definitely going to haunt them towards the end, because now they've got all their players back online. Wappy trying to go in for the push, but any single moment he might just get taken down by the players of Venom Legends, because they know their backlines are clear, the left is clear, the right is clear. The only direction from which the enemy can come is right head on. So all they just have to do is keep spraying on towards them. But look at Leon. He does not want to move.
Yeah, and that
Means no harm either.
that actually might just be the smarter choice right here. Let BD71 and Venom Legends take the fight. As soon as the players of one of the teams gets knocked out, just start securing those kills. He has one med kit, 7 first aids on him, but the boosters are not running, so he needs to move inside the circle right behind the players of BD71 somehow without getting detected. And well, the possibility of him doing that is actually pretty massive because BD71 are completely distracted with the team in front of them. Right now, since there are 8 players alive, I think their perspective on this situation is going to be it's a 4v4 situation.
Yep, and we can see, one of the players still outside the circle, just going in for the heal battle. So let's just say that it's a kind of 4v3, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's a
4v3
4v3v1, but from the perspective
Yeah.
of BD71, they don't know how many players are there in the opposite team.
Right. So they're kind of confused over there, and that's what they're trying to perceive. So maybe that might be the reason why they did not go in with the push. Sure. And it gets really difficult to pay attention. But here we have the fight breaking out. Leo getting a knock and kill confirmed. Now squad BD71 completely in shambles, Johnny.
Leo just changing the tide of the game and giving, in fact, the chicken dinner over to Venom Legends. He took down one. As soon as the players of BD71 turned around to take Leo down, Venom Legends were like, this is what we were waiting for. They run in 2 more knocks. Final play finished off. And well, second chicken dinner of the day to Venom Legends. So now we have 2 for A1 Esports, 2 for Venom Legends.
Yep,
a single day.
each. 2 each, Johnny. I mean, what do we say over here? I mean, I'm kind of shocked.
Yeah.
Kind of shocked as to what we just witnessed. I mean, I never thought this is how this match is supposed to end. Like,
Me neither. I mean, this is not
but
how
then he
it's
was going for the heel battle.
See, that's the thing. Leo had he had 4 first aids on him, and he had that 1 med kit. The fact that his boosters were not running, I mean, was also sort of a delayed reaction from him. But he should have just moved forward. Like, if this is the edge of the circle, he should have started moving forward as soon as he saw the players of BD71 moving. They did not know where he was. His option of just staying in the back lines, and I knew that was his strategy. Like, just stay in the back line, secure that 1 extra point before I get taken out. But he could have actually gotten the chicken dinner had he been with the players of BD71 just right behind them, because in that fight it was about to come down to a 1v1 situation, and then he could have just finished off the individual whoever was left behind. But hey, I mean, the top 3 finish is not bad. And also 6-9 somehow managed to make it to the top 6.
Yep. And that's again one of the news that we must
Yeah.
talk about. And right from where we kind of disregarded A1 Esports to be going down pretty early, he pretty much almost made it to top 3. Had he survived like 10 to 20 seconds more, could have even made it to a better spot. But here we have it. 6 kills is what they have secured for themselves, and 6-9. All right, so the name sort of resonates with them. And Venom Legends, again, not a really flashy chicken, I must say. They did not get a lot of kills, but still, a chicken is a chicken. Now 2 each for Venom Legends and A1 Esports. Where do we go from here, John?
Well, I mean, the place where we go from here is going to be the last game. And in this group, I mean, it is going to be quite interesting to see actually how do things come to an end, because of the fact that things are really close at the top as well, not just the qualification position. The qualification positions might be a little bit more clear for us to actually make assumptions already. This team will make it, this team won't make it, but talk about who will be moving forward as the first seed from Group B.
Well, right now, this time, I like kinda how TRG played this one out, right? Especially Leo. He was patient, and we know how important this match was for this particular team. Now, them getting a 3rd spot finish Where
Yeah.
does that put them to? That gets them to the 8th spot, making the last game ever so interesting. Look at this, 64, 64, 63.
All right. All right. Now, let's move forward to the next page of the standings and see how things look over there. So, 6th, 7th, and 8th, 3 spots up for grabs. And I believe the teams in the second page as well, 9th and they are going to be at a really close position. XBrothers with 62. BD 71, 51 points. They can actually make it. They just need a top 10 finish.
You know, Johnny,
Yep.
XBrothers Esports, they started the day in top 3.
And
They
now
were on top 3.
it's sort of similar to what happened to Auto Win yesterday. But XBrothers are playing.
Yeah.
And that's the
Exactly.
difference right there. But before we find out the fate of XBrothers Esports, we're going to take a very short break, ladies and gentlemen. So just stay tuned, keep watching. We'll be right back.
Are you keeping it real? I'm calling shotgun, wanna see my baby run. Oh, what's the word on the sea? Kicking up the dust, if you know what I mean. We got a good thing going. We got a good thing going on.
Welcome to Karakin. Today, let me guide you on an in-depth understanding of this 4-square-kilometer humble island. Before stepping into Karakin, you may have already heard about the intimidating Demolition Zone. In Demolition Zone, buildings will be destroyed into smithereens. But rest assured that today's tour will be a safe one. Karakin might be a small island, but the textile industry of the island works as a crucial financial support for the entire island. Our first attraction is Al Haik. Al Haik is a medium-scale town, and people who lived here refined pigments for a living. Then those pigments will be sent to Hadika Nemo for dyeing. Skyscrapers are scarce in Al Haik. Compared to other urban areas, there are fewer visitors here, which makes looting easier. It's a perfect choice for a team of 4 in search of adequate equipment supplies. We'll be walking by the sea, and our next attraction will be Hadika Nemo, which serves as the port of importing raw materials of Karakin. Imported textiles are dyed in vats filled with multiple colors and distributed to the factories. If you want to choose this place as your landing spot, then it's recommended that 1 to 2 players in your team land in the containers area, as they can easily find combat supplies here, and head to the city to support their teammates. In the middle of our journey to Al Habar, we'll be passing by an enclosed warehouse. You will need to use sticky bomb to blast the walls that look less solid to get in. There's always something nice in here. But be careful, as one might not want to hide behind those walls during combat, because those unmaintained walls can be easily penetrated with just a touch, making you susceptible to attacks from enemies and exposing you to dangers. The next stop is Al Habar, which is the largest urban area in Karakin. There are many residents, hence the numerous high-rising residences. No doubt this place will be a popular spot in the future. Our next attraction is the port city of Bar Shahir, which stores and exports goods of Karakin. This is the perfect spot to search for weapons, making it my personal favorite. Next up is the city of the West, Bashara. It was a city congested with residents, with tall buildings providing convenience in observing the surrounding movements. Just make sure not to lose your directions here. Our final destination is the cargo ship, located at the southwest corner of the map. This ship has been idle here for forever, and has already been abandoned. Yet there are still goods that remained here. However, due to the gigantic size of the cargo ship and the containers, this place no doubt becomes a place to rumble. Don't you feel the excitement already just thinking of it? Besides these urban areas, Karkin also houses many such little buildings. Rumor has it that there's another passage beneath these buildings, as well as a huge space beneath Karkin. Well, it's up to you, believe them or not. Alright, your Karkin tour is now closing its curtains. Looking forward to seeing you next time.
Yeah, we got it, we did it! I know you'll be there for me.
I'll always be here.
Whoa! How are you? Yes! Thank you, bro.
Welcome to Karkin. Today, let me guide you on an in-depth understanding of this 4-square-kilometer humble island. Before stepping into Karkin, you may have already heard about the intimidating Demolition Zone. In Demolition Zone, buildings will be destroyed into smithereens. But rest assured that today's tour will be a safe one. Karkin might be a small island, but the textile industry of the island works as a crucial financial support for the entire island. Our first attraction is Al Haik. Al Haik is a medium-scale town, and people who lived here refine pigments for a living. Then those pigments will be sent to Hadika Nemo for dyeing. Skyscrapers are scarce in Al Haik. Compared to other urban areas, there are fewer visitors here, which makes looting easier. It's a perfect choice for a team of 4 in search of adequate equipment supplies. We'll be walking by the sea, and our next attraction will be Hadika Nemo, which serves as the port of importing raw materials of Karkin. Imported textiles are dyed in vats filled with multiple colors and distributed to the factories. If you want to choose this place as your landing spot, then it's recommended that 1 to 2 players in your team land in the containers area, as they can easily find combat supplies here, and head to the city to support their teammates. In the middle of our journey to Al Habar, we'll be passing by an enclosed warehouse. You will need to use sticky bomb to blast the walls that look less solid to get in. There's always something nice in here. But be careful, as one might not want to hide behind those walls during combat, because those unmaintained walls can be easily penetrated with just a touch, making you susceptible to attacks from enemies and exposing you to dangers. The next stop is Al-Habar, which is the largest urban area in Karakin. There are many residents, hence the numerous high-rising residences. No doubt this place will be a popular spot in the future. Our next attraction is the port city of Bar Shahir, which stores and exports goods of Karakin.
Are you keeping it real? I'm calling shotgun, wanna see my baby run. Oh, what's the word on the sea? Kicking up the dust, if you know what I mean. We got a good thing going. We got a good thing going on.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Once again, welcome back to the PUBG Mobile Bangladesh Campus Championship 2021, brought to you by the Oppo F19 Pro. Woke up your fun with the Oppo F19 Pro. This is Super Johnny right here, joined by Fixes on this side, as you guys can see. And ladies and gentlemen, last game for Group B, match number 10 on Erangel.
Just like that strand of hairs, just falling down off Johnny's head. That's like the sword hanging over a lot of teams right now for their fight to qualify for the next round. Now, considering this flight path, Johnny, circle. Now, this is somewhere I can say that yes, the South Circle is a possibility.
Well, yeah, it is. Well, hopefully it's not going to be the Southwest situation like the last two games, and maybe we will have, if it's a Southern Circle, then the entirety of the military island in it. That's what I want. The whole military island.
Yeah, and hardcore military circle is what we really want to witness for us. And let's see where the circle goes. I mean, even the viewers would want it to go down south. It's been a while, right? It's been a while that we have seen that hardcore circle coming up. And by the looks of it, you've got all these teams just kind of scattering around. And A1 Esports did know, in fact, that they kind of jumped upon, and they were not prepared for that. But this time, heading on towards Jasnaya, they're well prepared, well looking good. But the circle, again, a similar one.
Well, I mean, it is sort of more on the central side. That's it. That's all that has changed in the circle. I guess Venom Legends, they are having a pretty fun time as far as Erangel is concerned. Not the third one, not the second Erangel of the day. This one maybe they can try and convert in their favor, but let's see how this is going to turn out. Although there is a team that I'm looking for right now, and I do not see them. Wait, what? Fixes. Where's VeNoWap?
Well, Veno. It's like you watch this childhood anime, right? Pokemon.
Oh yeah.
They seem to have vanished. No chance catching them anymore.
Absolutely no.
There was a Pokemon with a similar name, right? Venomoth.
I think so.
I mean, there was Venomat in the small bluish color Pokemon. It was a bug.
Oh yeah.
There
It was
a
VeNoWap.
Venomwasp or Venomoth. There was a Venomoth, yes.
Yeah.
Venomat,
And
Venomoth,
VeNoNat as well.
Venonat. It was Venonat, not Venomat.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I'm getting old. I need to get married.
It took me a while to remember all these things, and I still couldn't.
Anyways, just moving along with the game. Not really a lot of things happening over here. And who upcoming? Well, they're once making a lot of noise right from the very start. Every single time they come into play, and well, who upcoming? Are they going to go after 4N though?
Well, let's see how things are gonna happen in this matchup. I mean, who upcoming? They are sitting in. They are sitting in a really interesting position right now, as far as the match is concerned. But on the other side, ROG taking the fight against WHOUPCOMING. Noisy getting another knock for his team, and whoa, ECWG.
What?
They are gone.
Well, did I just blink my eyes and the squad was wiped?
Yes.
Well, I'm gonna tell you. I mean, ROG has definitely been one of my top 3 teams. There's so much into the action, and well, the last game wasn't really the way they would have wanted it to be. But either ways, this time they're gonna come back stronger. Right off the bat, getting that squad wipe. Very well orchestrated fight, and within the blink of an eye, ECWARMONGERS, they were just gone, vanished.
Yeah. Absolutely destroyed. And I believe it was Noisy and his ability to take those individual duels that is one of the main reasons that this team survives. That was an incredible movement being displayed by that lad.
And right now with the kind of a decider, right, going on, it's a 2-2 score line. It's a 2 each score line. 2 for Venom Legends and 2 for A1 Esports. Now, this is, I think, to all our viewers. I mean, we both love, both of us, me and Johnny, we kind of love A1 Esports and Venom Legends. But there can only be one victor, right?
Yeah.
There can only be one team that will have a 3 for the day. Or maybe both the teams sort of tend to end in a draw if another team wins. So the question goes out to all you guys watching it on your mobile phones, your television sets, your PCs. Which team amongst Venom Legends and A1 Esports do you think is going to get the third this one?
I mean, yeah, I mean, I would love to hear from the viewers' take on this. But so far, I mean, my personal opinion on this is someone else has to take it. It has to be someone else.
You jinxed it, Johnny. You're being a bad person right now.
Yeah.
Santa ain't gonna give you presents this time.
I mean, all right. So these two teams have we know their performances. Again, like a broken record, teams that play on the international stage. Quite a lot.
Never
I
win
might
the
add.
last game. Never win the last game.
Also, I mean, this entire tournament is about finding new talent, right? It is about discovering the future of PUBG Mobile in Bangladesh. So, would love to see what the future looks like, even if it's in the last match.
And we had a different opinion about Venom Legends. Well, they changed it in the first game. So you never know. I think that curse can be broken in the last game, in this particular game, because if you take a look at the circle, right? So this sort of kind of favors the lads from Venom Legends, to be honest, statistically speaking, even topographically, if we kind of just take a look at things. I think Venom Legends are just in a better place right now. A1 Esports need to get moving. They need to do that fast. So. And along with that, I would like both these teams to kind of get themselves into the action, right? Now, I think there is that one mental situation going on in their heads, right? All right, guys, it's a 2-2. Now we need to get the third one. We need to play for the chicken. We need to go a bit safe. No, that one word, kind of changes your entire approach towards the game. Might just, help you in surviving for a lot longer. But eventually, we're still witnessing, even after the 5th circle, we have 13 teams alive. So I really do not want that sort of a fate for either of these teams.
Yeah, same. I mean, it is going to be quite unfortunate if that happens, especially moving forward in the last game. But now 4N, XENOCIDE 4, another interesting team. I mean, They've had an interesting set of performances in the last couple of matches, but they always seem to miss out on that on the team fight sort of situation, because in every single match the rotations are pretty much on point, but when it comes time for them to fight, they just end up taking an exit right there.
Alright, A1 Esports, they're making the rotation. You've still got WHOUPCOMING. I do not know, they do have some personal vendetta, it seems, perhaps, or maybe it's just another coincidence that they sort of tend to meet against each other every single time. But with this shift, slightly going towards the eastern side, you've got the circle forming somewhere around the Potato Hills. Now, Potato Hills is one of the areas that might just be highly contested by all these teams anytime soon.
Well, yeah, I mean, it is going to be a really, really good vantage point right there, because look at the height advantage you get. You will be able to take on the teams in the open area all around. But talk about taking on teams. A1 Esports might just be in some trouble as they come face to face with the players of WHOUPCOMING. Sinister charging in, looking for the player behind the shack. Has to jump on the other side. Oh, they see him. 6-9 and Sinister going for the hunt. The Roots needs to be careful. Takes a few shots. Will get knocked down. Dante is in the distance also. Keep that in mind. Dante is in the distance, providing a really, really good cover fire sort of to his teammate. But WHOUPCOMING losing out on these two individuals now. Dante is there reviving Jax, I'm sorry. And WHOUPCOMING not having a fun time. A1 Esports off to the races again.
A1 Esports this time, making sure that they keep things clean and neat. They don't make those mistakes that had happened in Sanhok. They sort of were anticipating it, and you're locking heads against the Giants. You know what's going to happen. So this time A1 Esports did not have any trouble over there. Managed to get those 2 kills, get inside the zone. And, well, the dream of getting the third is still on.
Well, definitely, and it is in fact still on, but oh, look at this. XBrothers. What? Faisal stopped to take a few shots from Shaquille, but Shaquille was like, all right, I'm out. Just leaves him at the side of the road. Faisal gets back into the vehicle, going back towards where his teammates were. All right, Rafat, quite a beautiful transition to his position right there. And why not? I mean, Venom Legends or A1 Esports, one of these teams will look to prove that they are the ones who were dominating this group by the end of this match. 11 minutes in, we are still sitting at 14 teams, 53 players. Apart from those few early fights, everyone else is still alive.
Well. Venom Legends. So, well, A1 Esports have opened up their accounts. It's Venom Legends time. They need to get a few kills of their own. Now, this is the squad that has actually taken over the Potato Hills. Now, that is a very commanding position to be at. But no matter, if it's a good position, you've got that platoon for yourself, for your cover. But then again, if you sort of surround that place, gets really difficult to defend. If you've got multiple teams coming in from the low grounds, lobbing a few grenades at you. It gets really tough to defend considering you do not really have a lot of cover for yourself. But bots in pajamas and Venom by. Alright, going after Dante, most in the guard action. I think this is the first time I'm witnessing this bolt action after the PMPL.
Well, definitely, and it is going to be quite interesting to see the results the player can actually output with this, with that sort of class of weapons right there. But BIP Razor being taken out of the equation for a few seconds. The revive does occur. The scene was there quite close to a teammate. So not anything too scary or too out of the ordinary for the team to deal with. But ROG will definitely be putting up a lot of pressure in this fight as well.
Alright, so ROG have started their day. In fact, started this game in a very good manner. Can they sort of continue this? But Shavon just being sprayed down by Ritniks, and he's gonna continue his onslaught, this time shifting towards KS Axe Akil. He's gonna deal with the brunt of it. survives, gets away at the right nick of time. And for Raxus, I mean, you gotta give it to the lads. You know, he's just a solo player over there. His teammates are somewhere else. But look at KSX. They have taken this personally. You know, the loss of the last game of Erangel. This is where they want to find the vengeance. A1 Esports going up against KSX, and already things have started as the battle cries have been already given out with the first knock onto it, Sifty.
Well, I mean, it is quite an interesting situation right now. Shaquille just running into the players of A1 Esports. As you said, FT being knocked out, and we know this team, they don't know how to back off, so 6ix9ine will definitely look to go in. Look at that. Finds an opening, pins his opponent down, and there they have it. Wait, where is all this fire coming from? Sinister. 6ix9ine will definitely, I mean, an exchange of words should be there between the teammates, between the lads as to, dude, I told you I'm going in.
A1 Esports, well, 4 kills already, and not really shying away from a lot more fights. They just want to play their hearts out. So one thing for sure, both these teams are leaving no stones unturned for themselves. They are giving whatever they have, and it does not really feel like we are casting the quarterfinals, right?
Oh, yeah.
Feels like it's some finals game, and you've got the big names, everyone roaring. You know, the Bangladeshi Tigers bringing in the spirits, everyone all high and mighty, and still 14 teams alive. Now it's the fourth circle that we will witness. Almost done with half of the game over here, and this is where the real climax is yet to happen.
Well, and it is going to take a while before we reach the climax as well. It's not going to happen anytime soon. Because look at this, 15 minutes, still all 14 teams. I believe 3 players have been taken out from the last time we talked about the player count right here. And based on where the circle is, the players, the teams will definitely try and pace themselves really nicely. Towards the eastern side of Pochinki, that is, TRG find themselves in the circle. The Potato Hill has been taken over by Venom Legends, and WHOUPCOMING is quite close to them, but that's just 2 players, I believe, from the lineup still surviving. So not anything that will worry the players of A1 Esports, but I'm sorry, Venom Legends. But as I said, A1 Esports, they are quite close to the players of 4N and XENOCIDE.
Okay.
They don't even survive. They weren't alive for long enough for me to talk about them. Wow.
Did they just get melted?
Yeah.
You've got those laser beams, you know, you see in those sci-fi movies, and you know, there comes that villain, you know, just sprays it around, and then you just splatter of goo out there. And that is exactly what happened in this case. You know, you've got A1 Esports as the heroes. They've got that laser gun, and just making splatters out of 4N over there. I mean, before we were just having a conversation, Johnny, and
Yeah.
they were wiped out.
Well. That's just A1 Esports in a nutshell, I guess.
I mean,
That's their thing.
how prolific can this team be? Now, then that same compound from which they kind of had that. I think this was the compound where KSX had taken.
Yeah.
They had to just push in to get the chicken dinner, and now this time they've taken it on, right? Now, from here onwards, things are starting to get even more interesting. So let's see.
Well, things have always been interesting in this match. We don't know how things are going to go about ROG taking a lot of massive hits on themselves. BIP, look at them running around out in the open, gatekeeping, trying to gatekeep, in fact, teams when they themselves are surrounded. Braze is just barely surviving the assault from Gyro. His teammate is there. The scene needs to at least smoke off to block his teammate's vision so that they can delay the fight against the players of BD71. Look at Venom Legends. They chime in from the high ground advantage. And I believe both these teams are getting eliminated any second now.
Anything can happen possibly, but we have squad BD71 in a bit of a situation. All relied upon King and Venom to do the killing over here. XBrothers, they're just going in, and BD71, one of their players surviving. It's going to be Cairo. Can he do something out of that? Can he make an opening? Can he get a few revives at the very least? And that is exactly, I think, what he's intending to do. But no, that's not going to happen. Everyone has been taken down. 4Rax is getting a few grand kills for themselves. But Cairo, he'll just be shrouding himself beneath that bush and does spot one player, but gets spotted instead and will go down.
Well, XBrothers making sure that they secure whatever points they can before they get taken out. The team wasn't surviving with that much HP, but just the fact that they're still alive means they can heal up and come back into the action. Although, Fixes, why do I have this weird feeling in my gut that in the end we will have a fight again between Venom Legends and A1 Esports?
Hell yeah, I would love that. A proper 4v4 fight, bring it on. I mean, the fans would even like that, you know. That is when the dust sort of gets settled. But Venom, you talk about this lad, you talk about that Mosin Nagat. He's using the second knock in this particular game, and I think he's going to get a few more for himself. Seems like to stop at nothing.
Yeah, both the teams have really strong momentums right now, but A1 Esports, for them, I believe the hurdle that they have to cross right now would be the squad of TRG. TRG are doing really, really well. TRG's had a slow start to the day, but now they are in a comfortable position. Although BIP Shadat, look at him, he is trying to move forward towards a decent position from where he can take on the players of Venom Legends, just as a surprise over there. But look at the map. A1 Esports closing in on takeoff, and oh man, we are looking at Venom Legends again against BIP. Last player trying to survive. Venom Legends, they miss on the opportunity for the squad wipe.
It's not done yet, you know. Bimo, he knows that they're coming for him. Steel shot, going after that, gets the final kill, and with that, bots in pajamas, well, they were also having a really good time, but now A1 Esports get themselves into action. What is happening? They have gone ludicrous. These are monsters over here, but finally, we do get to see Dante. Oh, it's Jack Shotty, again getting that knock onto its Venom Legends. Steel shot will be falling short over there, and the fight that we have all been waiting for is gonna commence anytime soon.
They don't even wait for it. The second steel shot is knocked out, they instantly go for the finish on him. Venom Legends, they need to make sure that the control they have of the circle remains in their favor, and in order to do that, they're getting a few more kills right now, taking on the long distance sprays. Look at that, picking off the players of SLX. I don't think even SLX realize where the shots are coming from. Nightwing, 2 knocks have come for the squad of Venom Legends. And now switching things over to PDS. What is going on with this team? I guess the pressure has built up, and now it is time for them to just explode and go berserk on their opponents.
Everyone
I'm just happy.
Yeah.
I'm just happy with the fact that A1 Esports and Venom Legends are like sort of away from each other for a while now, because I want that fight to happen in the end of the game, or Rafa goes down.
And even one of the players of A1 Esports goes falling, but either way is Nightwing. He is definitely going to be there to make sure that he gets the trade knock, and as he heads on towards Rampart, he will try to get that revive. With 30 seconds still remaining, yes, it's a possibility they can still get inside the circle, but you know, at the same time, you know, I really want A1 Esports and Venom Legends to go up against each other in the very end, but for that, both these teams need to survive. With still 7 teams alive, I mean, it's going to be so tricky, it's going to be so difficult. Nobody wanting to give up. King being the solo survivor for his team over here, because Sherlock, he's just gonna fall down, gonna succumb to his injuries, and all these teams, none of them are inside the circle. Everyone playing the edges. What do you think is gonna happen, Johnny?
Well, I have no idea what is going to happen, to be very honest with you. I just want to see how these teams actually try and play the situation out. Now, AXB, they find themselves in the circle trying to gatekeep the players of 4Axis as they try and take control of the compounds away from them. Toxin was taken down really low. A1 Esports, they are not stopping trying to pick off the players of Venom Legends as they run inside the circle. Rafat is going to be finished off, so Venom Legends down to just 2 players. A1 Esports still alive and still looking really strong. Frypan will be taken down. That means one player surviving. 4 Venom Legends, 4 Axes being taken out by AXB as well. Complete chaos moment inside of this match. Nightwing, the last surviving player. 1v4 situation against A1 Esports. Also, he's exposed from both sides. He does not have any cover left for him. That I believe is the end of Venom Legends right there.
So this is what we were talking about, right? We did not really want, but either ways, A1 Esports are on a prowl, having the high ground. They are getting so much done and having the perfect angle. 13 kills already for this team, and with still, 8 more players alive. I think. If my math serves correct, if they get every single kill, they are gonna make it to that 20 kills mark, and they are actually closing in on towards that. Left, right, and center, every single direction you watch, it's just one team that's in the kill feed. That's gonna be A1 Esports for you.
Yeah, apart from that, I mean, AXB have managed to keep the compounds pretty clear, and those are the only kills that A1 Esports have missed out on so far. But now I think it is time for the game to end. Nightwing just tossing a nade with Sinister, making a run for it, and just shoots blindly in the smoke, still catches his opponent. The finish is theirs, down to 3 teams, 7 players, out of which 4 belong to A1 Esports. So it's a 4v1v2 situation, and BDS Deadmate, well, he might just live up to his name, as he is also taking a few shots from Sinister. The shots do connect. Deadmate's HP is really, really low, but Sinister needs to get to an off angle in order to get the finish, and I believe he is smoking off to get into that position, but blowing up the vehicle might just do the job as well. AXB, the last 2 individuals hiding inside the compound, and well, we know, Fixes, are you going to say it? The 20 kills might just come their way.
It's going to be really difficult. I think if I've done my maths right, I think it's going to be impossible, because I think one more kill, if they had it, then maybe the 20 would have been there. But I think they can go as far as 19, and they are literally smelling it. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, A1 Esports is almost on the verge of getting the 3rd for the evening. And there you go. The match has ended, and A1 Esports reign supreme. Venom Legends, they were even taken down by these lads. Nightwing did fall down. Even another player, I think Rocket also did go down to Sinister. And so a lot of things did happen. But eventually, if you just talk about this rivalry between these 2 teams, may have been settled for just this one day, where A1 Esports, ladies and gentlemen, are your victors.
Well, definitely amazing performance from this team. The level of progression, the pace at which they played, never slowing down, never backing off from a fight. Just absolutely incredible performance. And well, exactly sort of what we anticipated, the way they were going to play.
Yeah, I mean, what could be a better ending to this, right?
Yeah.
And voila, the curse is lifted.
Yes, the curse is lifted.
2 curses have been lifted. Or maybe the 3. It has to include our caster's curse also. We kind of did not jinx the hat-trick, but it did not happen. So
I mean, it did not happen, and they do have 3 in a day, but missing out on just 1 in the middle. That's the thing.
yeah. But either ways, what an amazing day it was. This is where you kind of take your inspiration from. The teams with the likes of Venom Legends and A1 Esports. 3 and 2. So nobody else could get their hands on that coveted chicken, right? That is how explosive these 2 teams have been. And being the front runners from their region, this is exactly what you would expect from your idols. And finally, they have delivered. And I would want them to sort of keep this same run throughout, even up until the finals.
Yeah. And I mean, that's something that they knew they wanted as well. A1 Esports and Venom Legends, both of them, they knew exactly what they wanted. That was the chicken. Because Venom Legends also weren't slow in this game. They usually, Venom Legends, I mean, if you remember, they have a really tactical approach to the match. They don't unnecessarily run into fights just guns blazing and hope for the best. They think their fights really, really nicely. Like what is going to be the best approach and how they want to tackle certain situations. But not in this game. This game, Venom Legends, they went completely YOLO, just picking off anyone who stepped in their way. But A1 Esports, 34 points in this match.
Well, Yes, I mean the only downside is they could not get that 20 kill bomb.
Yeah.
But either ways, you know, I think bigger tasks were accomplished, bigger achievements were unlocked for this team, and you know that the friendly rivalry between Venom Legends and A1 Esports that we do have, you know, inside the game, has kind of resulted in, of course, A1 Esports being the better team for the day. But in terms of overall rankings, we still need to consider the fact that whether or not the teams that were on the 9th position have they kind of popped it over.
Well, we will find out. I mean, right now we're gonna have a look at the Oppo F19 Pro moments of this match, but I mean, what is gonna happen in the overall standings? The 8 names that move forward from this stage to the next one, to the semi-finals. But there's one thing that you stated in the middle of the match that I completely agree on. This did not look like or feel like a quarterfinals for sure. And it wasn't just because of A1 Esports and Venom Legends, it was because of all the teams that were present in this lobby. No one wanted to back off, no one was willing to give an inch to the competition, no matter how big of a team or how experienced of a player they were up against. Everyone just went for it, and I just love that fact from this lobby.
Yeah, exactly. You know, not just Venom Legends and A1 Esports. We had so many teams, you know, putting their hearts out, you know, just playing their best PUBG Mobile. Few of the teams were kind of playing to qualify. Few of the teams were just going YOLO. Few of the teams were, you know, targeting to stay on the top. But there has to be just that one team that reigns supreme. It's going to be A1 Esports with an accumulated 4 chicken dinners and 172 points in terms of kills, in terms of positioning. They are so
Look at the division, like consistency. 86 placement, 86.
86.
Yeah, pretty
I mean,
wonderful performance.
They
Oh,
like
hey,
symmetry in things. Yeah.
Hey, XBrothers find themselves in the top 8. Wow.
Woo!
Last game to go and they managed to qualify. I think
Which means
yeah. Which
PRG.
they are back outside the top 8. So a little bit of an exciting moment for us, and then immediately back to the heartbreak.
Yeah, you know, that's pretty much life in a nutshell, right? Your moments to smile. But Team 4 Axis, this is again another team, you know, that we have to talk about. 0 chicken dinners, but still the 3rd position. I think we've seen them taking quite a lot of good fights, being really strategical with their approach. KS Axe also playing pretty decent. Something that they really need to work out is their placement points. But SLX DEADSHOT also did manage to qualify, make it this far. But here is the heartbreak. TRG Exorcist. Oh my goodness, falling short.
Well, I mean, TRG Exorcist is missing out on the opportunity to make it to the next stage, and VeNoWap missing out on the matches. They weren't there in the last game. Oh my. I mean, along with them, I mean, WHOUPCOMING put up amazing fights. WHOUPCOMING put up amazing fights. XENOCIDE 4N had wonderful matches. All these teams, this has to be one of my favorite lobbies that I have casted from the Campus Championship. Every single one of these teams was taking an aggressive front, always at all times. So kudos to these lads. Would love to see them back again in action in Season 2.
Me too. I mean, the show is not done yet.
Yeah, the show is not over. We still
You
have
were
a long way to
literally
go.
giving that final speech.
No,
Johnny.
but to
It felt like that.
that is the opportunity that these lads will have, because Season 1 for them the show is done. Because top 8
Yeah.
teams move forward to the semi-finals, and they will be the ones moving forward with the rest of the journey, with the rest of the Campus Championship Season 1 this time. For the lads that have gotten eliminated, I believe, yeah, just like you, they have to look in the distant future.
I think I'm looking
for
at a
opportunity.
PMCO, which is gonna come pretty soon.
Oh yeah, that is also going to be there.
I spotted there. It's coming soon.
Is it close enough?
Yeah, pretty close.
Pretty close, yeah. So we're gonna hope we will hope that these lads do show up in the next PMCO, and we see them moving forward to the next big international stages. But our work for today is over. The matches are done. We'll be coming back tomorrow with Group C. So make sure to tune in, ladies and gentlemen. Until then, take care. Good night. See you tomorrow.